You can now keep in touch by liking JewelleryMaker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
If you miss a JewelleryMaker show, then simply go to our YouTube page where you'll be able to find hours of JewelleryMaker footage. Search by show, date or type. Alternatively, search by guest designer by using our playlist page. You can also find hours of tutorials with handy hints and tips to give you inspiration. Our YouTube page is updated on a daily basis, so you can access any show at any time. Stay in touch with JewelleryMaker.
Tune in to Designer Inspiration on Wednesday the 13th of August for our last ever Jewel Enamel show. All stock must go, so we'll be doing some...
Welcome to JewelleryMaker on this rainy Sunday morning. My name's Ed, thank you so much for joining us. We have got a very exciting morning because we are joined by luscious Linda.
Morning.
Morning. Are you alright?
Yeah, you're not quite as wet as you were the other day. Did you not come on the bike?
No, I chickened out.
You chickened out today. Oh, okay.
It was too much. It was like, it seriously is like a monsoon in the West Midlands. That's how heavy the rain is. It's raining upwards. It's so heavy. So yes, in fact, let's do a little texter to get us underway. So if you want to get involved with the show, all you've got to do is text in. The number is 60777, but make sure you start your text with the phrase JM Studio. There you go. All the info for you. Or of course, if you're logged in at jewellerymaker.com, simply click the message box and you're away. In fact, yesterday I was watching the show on my smartphone, and you don't even have to click anything. I noticed. I was watching this, and underneath it said "Message the studio," so you could just literally type. You didn't even have to click a button. So there you go. If you want to get involved, we welcome your interaction. It's not our show; it's your show. So if you do want to get involved, then text in. And the text topic is times you've been caught in bad weather. But don't just say it was rainy. Tell us the hilarious incident that took place as a result of the bad weather, please. Okay, and look at this. Some of the finest quality sapphire we've ever had here at JewelleryMaker. Absolutely incredible, especially when you consider the fact that we are not finding sizable yields of coloured sapphires at the moment. As an industry, I think that some of the top-end designers are a little bit worried about the amount of coloured sapphires that are being sourced within the industry, and sort of resigning themselves to the fact that they probably won't have collections this season based around this gemstone. But we've managed to source a very limited amount for you here at JewelleryMaker, and when I say that, it is a limited edition strand. In fact, only 20 of you are going to be lucky enough to own this particular strand of sapphires. It is pretty incredible, especially when you look at the consistency of the colour tones and the way it graduates along the strand. Aside from that, you've got very delicate top drill drops here, faceted to perfection, very uniform faceting across each and every gemstone. And actually, for such delicate gemstones, you've got a decent clearance between the top of the gemstone and the drill hole. So if people are concerned that, you know, on some of the more delicate cuts, they've got to be really careful because the drill hole is so close to the tip of the gemstone, and that can be a concern for some jewellery makers, can't it? But I don't think you're going to have that problem. I mean, it's obviously because they're quite delicate anyway. Not lots, but
well, that particular cut anyway, they can't help it, can they? Yes. It's got to go near the point. But
exactly.
I looked at them earlier and I agree with you. Yeah, so just 0.25 wire.
That'll
make
go
it a
through
little,
there, won't it? Would the fine head pins get you there with
they're 0.3, so they're only like 0.05
yeah.
of a mil.
It's not big enough to make it. So there you go. There are lots of opportunities to sort of interject a little bit of this coloured sapphire into your designs, but maybe you're looking at this and thinking, this is one for my collection.
Definitely.
And you don't intend to create jewellery with it. This is coming up later in the show, as I say. In fact, 11 AM, so the halfway point of the show, we're going to launch this very, very high-end strand of coloured sapphires. So one of the big four coming up at 11 PM. And then have a look at this. Another favourite for collectors and fans of bespoke jewellery alike. Opal. Absolutely incredible. I love the variations. Look at this huge sort of honey opal in the centre. There's actually a little bit of pinfire in there. There's a little bit of colour play.
It's beautiful.
Love the colour tones there. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, do you know what that'd go brilliantly with? An amber cabochon. You could use these on the neckline.
Oh yes.
Because then it's
and also coming up in the boutique collection, we've got some Ethiopian opal in it, which has got lots and lots of pinfire in it. So that would just be
so this would be the add it to your order item.
So
then.
yummy, yeah, absolutely.
There you go. I do know the kit that you're referring to, and I will give everybody a warning. The opal in the kit is also fantastic, so I do think that kit could be a sellout this morning. So the second we bring that on screen, if you want to get involved, start dialing the free phone. In fact, Pete's just brought me this opal so I can show you it.
Oh, it's
fantastic. Look at this. Hopefully I'll be able to show you the colour play. Sorry, we haven't even got a deal on screen yet, and we're all salivating over the gemstones already. Not literally, of course. Is that pinfire? Yeah, we're getting the colour play, aren't we?
I mean, you've got to believe me, but this strand of opal is definitely the best I've seen. Not even here in jewellery, you know, in high-end boutiques. It's got every single solitary thing that an opal should have. It's amazing.
Absolutely agree, and it is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
But as I say, we are about to get the show underway, so we're going to give you our early bird deal. We always try to start the show with our early birds, and this morning we have got something very, very special. This is a colour tone I've never seen in the druzy previously. And look at this. When you see it, you're going to see all the tanzanite blues in there, sparkling away. Gorgeous druzy this is. I mean, that is what you're looking for, isn't it? You do get 3 of these large nuggets or cabochons, depending on how you look at them. And because they've got the flat back finish, Linda, could you actually soutache with them?
I was just thinking, you read my mind. Exactly, I would love to do a soutache piece. I've never seen a soutache piece, and I must admit I've researched a lot. I've never seen one with a druzy in it, ever. So it would be unique and absolutely fabulous.
There you go. I mean, because of the way the light's catching the crystal formations on this druzy nugget, you're getting such a huge array of colour tones coming through. Again, it's a little difficult for them to come through on screen because of our studio lighting, but when you get these home, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about, because I'm getting like sort of fuchsia and magenta tones. I've got blues and greens. Fantastic. Now, actually, we've been quite lucky in getting hold of these, because it's actually quite rare to find druzy crystals. Basically, they're very reliant on the host rock from which they form. So the quartz itself can actually damage the druzy formations when it's forming. On top of that, when people go mining, druzy is normally a bit of a bonus. They're usually mining for the host rock when they find it. So you can imagine the miners, they're looking for the quartz. Often they'll actually damage the druzy crystals when they're mining for the quartz. So Mother Nature's been smiling down on these particular samples of druzy, and it's given us the opportunity to provide you with this look. Now, I think this is a really popular look with bespoke jewellery designs, because it's offering you, I suppose, 2 different facets. One, the very organic finish, because no 2 are going to be the same, which is perfect for unique and bespoke designs, but also you're getting that traditional sparkle that people would normally associate with luxury jewellery. So sort of ticking both boxes with a gemstone like druzy. On top of that, I was just thinking, based on that, could you create quite organic ring design, sort of cocktail style rings? Those are really sort of on trend at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, it might be quite a nice idea with a stone of that nature to make the double ring.
Yes,
so perhaps bring your wire work around onto the
it'll
next
go around
finger.
the two fingers, and this druzy will sit in the centre.
Yeah.
And it's quite good actually, because the shape will elongate the finger, of course.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just stunning. I mean, that's the only way that you're going to see that gemstone while you're wearing it, really, unless you've got it on a bracelet dangle.
Absolutely. Or maybe, nice, because it is such a sort of significant impact that you get from druzy, maybe like a cuff with it as the centrepiece.
A really nice bangle as opposed to a bracelet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something quite significant, a sort of showcase piece really, because that'll allow the druzy to come to the forefront of the design. Now, we haven't even brought the price on screen, and they're already flying out the door, both at JewelleryMaker.com, which is probably the most efficient way to shop from us, and on our free phone number. So we have created a little bit of a queue, I'm afraid. So without further ado, we should reveal our early bird price for the blue druzy. Unbelievable. £10 for 3 pieces. And I should show you the other samples, I suppose, so you get an idea. So you are going to receive all 3 for just £10 this morning. That is an exclusive launch price brought to you as an early bird. Great way to get your basket up and running. Now, I'm noticing that there's a lot of phone buyers this morning. I wonder if people are having any technical difficulties due to the weather. If that is the case, and you do find that you're not able to get through on the phones because your signal drops out via your TV provider, then don't forget you can watch the show at JewelleryMaker.com. All of our live shows are available on the website. We're just concerned that obviously sometimes it just comes up, doesn't it, saying, unfortunately, there's no signal available at the moment, or whatever.
I get that quite a lot.
Based on the weather. Yeah, well, that's because your big manor house doesn't...
I wish. Yeah, my little shed doesn't have a big signal. It'd help if I'd actually got the satellite there, though.
We've had a message from someone, Linda.
Right.
So people can definitely watch the show so far.
Good.
Oh, and it's not coming on screen. Sorry. Gary the Gremlins come out to play, Linda.
Again? Again?
Are you being serious? Who'd that come from? Sue. Tim. Wow. Wow, that's quite a distance from Tim to Sue. Right, Tim in Bedfordshire has messaged in to say, what are you saying? K-I-M. Kim. My apologies. Wow. Sue, Tim, your name's Kim.
Third time lucky, I think there, yeah.
As always. Yes, okay, so Kim texted in to say basically she got stranded in very heavy rain, torrential rain.
Oh dear.
Oh, actually it was a real monsoon. Could have been a real monsoon. So she was on a tropical island by the Dominican Republic. They got stranded and she had to get a speedboat ride back.
Oh, whoa. We got stuck actually when we were in, where were we? We were in Mauritius, and Hurricane Gerald came in, or Monsoon Gerald, whatever it was called at the time, and it just kept getting upgraded the whole time.
Oh no.
So in the end we were all inside of the hotel playing bingo, which is what you do in Mauritius, isn't it? When you're on holiday you play bingo. So that's what we did, but fortunately there wasn't too much damage. But it's the first time I've played bingo in years. It was brilliant.
Here's Kim's message. It's been loaded up now.
Good.
It says, morning Ed and Linda. Was caught off a remote island off the Dominican in a monsoon and had to endure a very scary speedboat ride back. Very wet. There you go. I have to tell you, trying to get that from you guys reading it to me, I couldn't hear a word you were saying, so I thought I did quite well actually at piecing your story together. It's nearly what Kim said. Got your name wrong twice though. And Jennifer's texted in to say, are the druzy drill hold? A much more relevant question. No, is the answer. There's no drill holes here. So, I imagine you're going to set these using either wire work or, as I say, soutache style.
Yeah, you can put them onto the
setting.
backing foundation or ultra suede or any backing that you happen to have. You might have from other crafts and that pop, so just glue them on and then work around them as you would do normally. But obviously, our fantastic wire workers can claw set them.
Yes.
And set them into sort of you know, that lovely sort of basket weave. I mean, if you were watching yesterday, when was it Sammy yesterday afternoon did an amazing.
I saw that actually.
It was fabulous.
Fantastic. In fact, the last time I had druzy, it wasn't quite this quality, but I was on the show with Mark Smith, and he was saying that if he managed to get hold of druzy that looked like this, he would simply use his jewellery glue and attach it to the handles in his kitchen, like the drawers and the cupboard handles in his kitchen.
That's a man with too much imagination, isn't it? That's a jewellery maker, you know, all the way through.
He's got a truly creative mind.
All the way through.
Absolutely. Right, so now we're going to challenge Linda. And we're going to... have you had a hand in selecting this?
Yes, I did do.
I thought you might have.
Yeah, I love them because I love the top drilled. They're all the same shape and they're all top drilled, so that can make no end of different types of design.
Actually, I've seen the top drilled rounds used to great effect in those sort of bubble bracelets.
Yeah,
they look fantastic, don't they? And that allows you to make a feature almost of your mechanics as well, because you see the head pins, don't you, set into it?
Yeah,
those look fantastic. Yes. And also, with these particular strands, you've got a true variation in the colour tones. They're all very similar, but it's a sort of a range of pastel tones, if you like. This is a double trouble. So it's your Amazonite and multicoloured fluorite top drilled rounds, and you get 2 strands of your fluorite, 2 strands of your Amazonite. Can't go wrong. So in total that gives you 150 carats of Amazonite, 75 carats per strand, and 190 carats of fluorite, because you get 95 carats of fluorite on both strands. 8mm in size. And so do you think the uniformity here, the fact that you've got the perfect rounds in this very sort of usable size, is why you've been drawn to this?
Yeah, definitely. I like to think with my beginners class of jewellery makers that rounds don't fox them at all. They're quite happy to go on with a round, but this is just a slight variation on a round, having that top drill.
Yes.
So it just gives a slightly it gives, as you just said, it gives more of a bubble look.
Yes.
Which is really useful, but to put it with just ordinary everyday rounds as well, that gives a phenomenal look.
Because it just, they sit slightly offset, so they add a little bit of
If you want to make a
texture.
long sort of tassel, fantastic, because they'll all sit sort of close to the
sort of interlock in a way,
the chain, and then just tumble.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I can already see it. And I'm not a very talented jewellery maker, although I've had a go.
You are.
But I can already envision those kind of designs when I look at the gemstones, so that's pretty good. We talked to a lot of the guest designers, tell me that they feel inspiration from the gemstones. I suppose that's one of the reasons that we tend to invest in genuine gemstones. This is the phrase that's been used to me, which is the gemstones were talking to me.
Yes. Oh, yes, I agree completely.
So the gemstones will often lead you through the creative process, and that's something that I don't think as many people are going to take from working with synthetics, because there's something, you know, special about and mystical about a genuine gemstone, isn't there?
Well, I just think gemstone has a character. It has a personality, you know, albeit being a gemstone personality, but they do, and everyone's so completely unique. Whereas if you got those in your hands now and they were synthetics, they'd all be the same colour.
Yeah, exactly.
All be the same density. They'd all have the same pattern.
You're quite right. There's something special about each and every gemstone here, especially when you look at something like the multicoloured fluorite, because you've got the banding. And on some gemstones you've got a very pale sort of lavender tone, on others you've got a very rich amethyst purple, if you like. Then you've got the golden tones, and this is the perfect accompaniment, the Amazonite, because the pastel tones, those fresh minty greens, absolutely sit alongside the fluorite tones brilliantly. So a double trouble here, where normally we take 2 strands and create a bundle so that we could offer you a wholesale deal, a discount price if you like. But here we've taken 4 strands and bundled them together So this is a true wholesale deal, which means that we are going to be going even lower than we normally would. The best possible value we can offer you here at JewelleryMaker, and that's saying something. And here it comes. $14.95 for 4 strands of top drilled 8mm rounds, and we're actually doing a little bit of a challenge. Oh, and we're not staying at that price point. I'll tell you what, it's too early for me, Linda. When you said we're not staying there, I was thinking, where do you want me to go? Oh, she meant the price. Oh, yes. So basically, well, I've just been told something very special. These particular gemstones shouldn't be going anywhere near this price. Absolutely nowhere near this price. In fact, $14.95 wasn't particularly profitable for us.
Nope, couldn't be.
But because we have, you know, slight concerns about the technical issues surrounding the weather, we wanted to give everybody a special deal just to make sure that everybody can see us out there in the ether. So this is our way of gauging the audience and seeing just how many people are suffering from the effects of the weather. We've taken it down to £10 for 4 strands. In fact, this is so funny because the other day I was just telling the story that when we first introduced 3-strand packs, because we used to sell all of our gemstones as individual strands when I first started on the channel, and when we first introduced 3-strand packs, I used to get in trouble because I was the manager of the channel at the time. I used to get in trouble from the call centre because they didn't have the same capacity they have now. So they only had 100 available lines, and I'd basically make sort of 200 people phone up to get hold of 3 strands of gemstones for 10 quid. This morning, this absolutely identifies the fact that we've expanded as a channel, and we can now offer you even better value than ever. 4 strands of $9.95. Should have been closer to £20 for all 4 of these, but we've taken it down to £10. This is unbelievable. No wonder we got so many people multi-buying this particular item, especially when you think of the variations that you've got with these particular gemstones. Because you've got 2 strands of each, you've got so many design opportunities there, haven't you? You can set these into a number of different designs. You can't really go wrong, can you?
No, you can't. I mean, they do look fantastic. If you use the skinny head pin so that you don't really see the mechanics, or you use a 0.4 or even a 0.25 wire, and treat them like a briolette drop, really, and then they'll drop like downwards, if you see what I mean. If you pop a head pin in them on a bigger gauge, they might not quite so. But the little ones, the little skinny head pins, have that little ball end, and that'd look a treat coming down off a tassel, particularly for earrings.
Yes, absolutely. They'd be fantastic.
Look really, a number of them onto fine chain would look amazing. Yeah, definitely.
Actually, I've just I'm going to go in a different direction. I'm just looking at the Amazonite now. Those pastel greens. We have a lot of very inspired by Mother Nature wire work. I'm thinking they almost look like little flower buds.
You can make flowers with them straight. Actually, Ed, I'd forgotten that. They make fantastic flowers again, because you can get right to the centre of that flower how you wire them. So you can pop one downwards into the centre of it as well. So you've got a real stylised little flower.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, they'd be great macrame. I'm sure Mark would agree that they'd be great on the outside, on the working cords, to go around a centre on the lazy strand.
So would it make a difference that they're top drilled as to how they set into a macrame bracelet?
Well, yeah, I mean, when you think about it, you can macrame them together, which would be your mechanic, but you'd end up, if you put them straight around on every of the working strands and then macrame them in with your square knots, you're going to have that nice bubble look, aren't you?
Yes, I've got it now.
So you could have a really busy macrame piece.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fantastic. That could be quite good for the sort of masculine macrame bracelets.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The Amazonite, most definitely. Actually, my son loves fluorite, the darker purple ones.
Really?
He loves that, yeah.
That's fantastic, isn't it? It's almost an amethyst purple, really, that tone. Yeah,
definitely.
There. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to have to leave that one with you. People are flying in left, right and centre on that one. Now, the reason that we're able to offer you that incredible value for genuine gemstones is partly thanks to your loyal custom, which has helped us expand over the last 4 years, but also because we are part of an overall umbrella company known as the Genuine Gemstone Company, and that gives us these incredible deals because our sister channel Gems TV has been going for about 10 years now, and we work directly with mine owners to ensure that we can offer you the most competitive prices on the market. So if maybe you're sitting this morning and you're feeling uninspired but you still want to buy a special gift for somebody in the form of beautiful gemstone jewellery, why not visit our sister channel Gems TV? We're going to tell you all about that right now.
Did you know you can purchase incredible jewellery featuring genuine gemstones on our sister channel Gems? Come along and see what treasures you can find.
So there you go. So Gems TV, that's where it all started for me. I used to be a producer on our sister channel Gems TV, so if you do want to buy any jewellery designs, then head over there. But for all the jewellery makers out there who are feeling inspired this morning and want to bulk buy on essential items, we've got the deals for you, and this is definitely one of them. You've got your shepherd hooks here, and you've got rose gold plated copper. Now this is very, very useful because of course you've got the stronger base metal to work with, but then you've got the high-end finish on the rose gold plating. Of course we know the rarity of gold at the moment. Certainly finding new deposits seems to be very difficult, and as a result industry experts are predicting an overall rise in the price of gold very soon. So anytime you get the chance to own the gold plated findings, I would jump at the chance, because we don't know what kind of price we'll have to offer you in the future. We don't even know if we'll be able to get hold of gold plated findings in the future, I suppose. But we've got them for you now, and this morning you're getting 100 pieces, so 50 pairs of rose gold plated shepherd hooks. Of course, these are one of the most essential findings, I suppose, one of the easiest findings to work with. I mean, you can make your designs as elaborate as possible, of course, but if you are a beginner and you're just setting out on your jewellery making journey, the beauty of a shepherd hooks is that within a few minutes you're going to have a wearable design. And I think that's what helps people grow in confidence when you're creating jewellery designs that you can actually wear then and there. Then that's that gives you a little boost, doesn't it? Would
definitely.
you say, Linda?
Yeah, I would definitely say that. When I started Day Dot making jewellery, my daughter's friend came round for the evening, said she made jewellery, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. So she got a few bits and bobs with it, and the very first thing that I made was earrings. Okay, that's where I start with my beginners, and within, I think it was an hour, I think I got 15 pairs of earrings, and thought, hey, I better move on to something else now. Yeah. And that was as a beginner.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you how infectious creating jewellery designs can be. But also, if maybe you are more of an elite jewellery maker, maybe you're selling your designs already, fantastic way to create profitable but affordable designs, because they're so quick to make, of course. The less time and creativity you have to put into a design, presumably the lower and the more affordable the price point that you set for your design. And earrings are a big, big seller at craft fairs. If you think about somebody like Mark, who's a very successful craft fair attendee, tries to do a range of different craft fairs throughout the year, he tells me that when he's attending a craft fair, he normally brings around My apologies, I had a little frog in my throat. Yes, so Mark says that he takes normally around about 400 pairs of earrings to a craft fair.
Yes. Yeah, he does.
It's all about, I suppose, choice and selection, and the more you offer your customers, the more likely you'll make a sale. They're bound to find something they'll like. Also, another little trick that Mark says is if you're creating a matching set of jewellery, he always creates multiple designs of the earrings. So he'll make another pair of the earrings, because it's inevitable that someone will come round and say they want to buy the earrings, and then of course when somebody does want the matching necklace or bracelet, you haven't got the accompanying earrings to go with it because somebody else has bought them. So when he creates a set, he normally makes 2 pairs of the earrings.
Yeah, and it's also a really good idea if you do things like that, is to take a number of earring findings with you, obviously,
Yes.
and a big pot of gemstones. And then if somebody, because earrings are the first thing that people look at to buy.
Yes.
People, for some reason, that's the most common sale. So if they see, say, a necklace or a bracelet, and then they say, "Oh, I'd love some earrings."
Yes.
Within 3 minutes, you can make them a pair.
Absolutely. And also, I'm a massive advocate of, you know, have something going on at your craft fair store.
Definitely.
If it's
Yeah.
metal stamping or personalising
Definitely.
the jewellery, basically, the noisier people are going to be noticed sooner. That's the way I look
Yeah,
at it.
they're sort of the most industrious people aren't they? Because people
Yes.
are going to be looking to see what you're
I
doing.
think if you're smashing things with a hammer, or you're there's a bit of a hustle bustle around your little stall because people are selecting their gemstones to be put into a personalised ring or earrings, it's going to attract even more attention still, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just realised that we haven't even brought the price on screen. They're flying out the door in 2s and 3s. $6.95. There you go. No wonder a lot of our web buyers could already see the price point. So that's why people are coming through to multi-buy this. We do have quite a healthy stock of this particular item. But we never really seem to have enough to go around when it comes to the essential component parts and shepherd hooks. As Linda says, great way to get started with the hobby, but then as your skills develop as a jewellery maker, always important to have upsells, I suppose you might call
that's
them.
right. Yeah.
Ways to create further sales. And of course, the more items you sell to someone, the more confident they become in your design skills, and therefore you're going to end up getting repeat business, I suppose. And earrings are a great way to create those upsell opportunities. Huge number of people flying through on the phone lines. If you do enter a short queue, don't panic. It is a free phone number. You will be answered in the order in which you dial, and of course you're going to come through to a member of our award-winning help team. So if there's any stock left, they will add it to your order. Right now we do have decent stock levels, so nothing to worry about there, but I'm just concerned that at that price they're going to fly out the door. Unbelievable. So also, the other piece of advice I'd give everyone is that if you are placing these in your basket at JewelleryMaker.com, we are extremely busy this morning, as you can imagine. Not many people can leave their homes based on the weather conditions. So yeah, we're very, very busy. So if you do place an item in your basket, my advice would be to check out immediately to avoid disappointment, because if you leave it in your basket, that is not a guarantee that you're going to receive the item. It's just a sort of signal of intent, really. It's basically fastest person to check out that will receive the item. I'm going to leave this one with you now at $6.95, and they will be available on our website throughout the day or until stocks last. We're going to move on though to another set of, I suppose, component parts, but these components are really the feature of the designs that you create, I suppose, because we've got your hairbands and your hair combs, so they really become the structure of your tiara, and your hairbands, and of course your hair combs are a piece of jewellery in their own right, I suppose. But you can go to new lengths. You could take it in another direction and possibly create, say, like fascinator style designs. And here we're offering you two different colour tones. They're quite similar, but I suppose what you've got here is a sort of 18 karat gold and an antique gold. That's the kind of look that you get from the two different colour tones. They're quite similar, but there is a subtle difference. You get 5 of your antique gold hairbands and 5 of your antique gold hair combs, and then you get 5 of the brighter gold tone in the hairbands and the hair combs as well. Now, some of these designs look absolutely fantastic when you're creating tiaras and hair combs, but one thing I will say is that these are very popular with people receiving bridal commissions, of course, because the little hair comb is perfect for your flower girls, or even fascinators for the mother of the bride, and the tiaras for the brides themselves. Now, if you actually do your own research into bridal wear, you'll see that some brides for their tiaras will be paying 4-figure sums. Some will be paying 5-figure sums. I'm not joking. I saw tiara. I mean, there were a lot of diamonds on it,
Well,
but it was...
I would hope so.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was £37,000 for a tiara design. You can understand why people are commissioning bespoke jewellery makers to create tiaras when you do this. As I say, this was a diamond encrusted tiara, but it just goes to show you the kind of prices some people are prepared to pay for their big day.
Yeah, and I mean, also, whenever you're shopping for anything to do with weddings, inexplicably the price is at an extra naught, which makes a huge, like, decimal complete, you know, multiply it by 10 if not 100. And it's quite difficult to find a bride or even the bridal party specifically have something in their mind, right? And it's like going out looking for a new dress. You know what you want, but you can't find it.
Yes.
But if you know what you want, you can make it.
Yeah. And of course, if you are working with sort of, you know, commissions for brides, that's where you can offer a more personal service.
Definitely.
You can sit down with your client, you can talk through the design, you can even allow them to select the gemstones that they're going to want to see in the final piece. And I think that kind of experience actually adds to the design process for you and for the client, and then of course you know that everybody's going to be happy with the final product if you are selling, of course. And people wearing your designs is the best way for word to spread that you are a bespoke jewellery maker. Lots of people tell me that they had no intention of selling designs until they got that first bridal commission. Tends to be the way it goes. You don't have to use these for bridal commissions. Some people like to wear little feature pieces on a daily basis. In fact, you could use these for the other end of the spectrum. Maybe if you're doing sort of summer fetes or little events over the summer and you're going to be selling jewellery on your stall, hairbands for little girls.
Yeah,
Really
well, it crosses all the generations, doesn't it? From little girls up to my age.
Luscious, Linda. Let's start fishing for compliments in the first hour of the show.
Why not?
They'll just come
not?
organically.
I'm
I won't let you
desperate.
down.
I'm desperate.
Okay, we're going to have to bring the price on screen. These are flying out the door as ever. Whoa, £10.
Wow.
That's 50p per piece on this.
Wow.
You'd be hard pushed to find hairbands and hair combs of this quality elsewhere, let alone for 50p each.
Absolutely.
Actually, I was talking to somebody the other day and they were telling me why these particular hair combs are so useful. And the reason is that if you look here, often when you buy hair combs, they won't have gone to the bother, if you like, of looping the wire in this way. So there is a bit more of a sharp edge to the teeth on the hair comb, so it can get stuck in your hair, it can be uncomfortable to take out. Because these are rounded, they just glide in and out of your hair.
That's right, and you can also, because they're wire, because there are plastic ones, acrylic ones out there which break ever so easily, but because they're wire, you can actually pinch the, I've forgotten the technical word for those, but for the actual comb, is it tying like on a fork? I'm not sure. Anyway, that part of it, you can pinch them together. Right. So consequently, if you've got very fine hair or something like that, you can put some Velcro on the back of the comb, wire the Velcro in.
Really?
Yeah. I had to do that on my daughter's because her hair's fine, lots of it, but fine. So put a little Velcro, wire some Velcro on the back, and then you can pinch those teeth in as well.
Fantastic, that's a top tip. I've never heard that before, Linda.
Really?
There you go. I can't believe we've taken these to 50p per piece. No wonder they've been so popular. Once again, people multi-buying. I imagine some people out there have already developed very successful jewellery making businesses, and this is why we aim to be your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs, so that we can offer you these wholesale deals and make it worth your while. Of course, you're only ever going to pay 1p per day here at JewelleryMaker. So if this is the kind of thing that might interest you, stay tuned, because we're going to find another way for you to maximise on that 1p. I love as well the variations in the colour tone. If we can have a look at that, you can see here you've got the sort of muted tone here, the more antique gold, and then you can see the brighter, almost sort of 18 karat sheen there. So you get 5 of each in both designs, the hairbands and the hair combs. These are very, very popular items, tend to be sellouts when we bring them to you on the live show. Right now, we do have stock available. And if you do want to get involved, you know what to do. Either dial that free phone number or click to buy now at JewelleryMaker.com. I'm going to leave that one with you again. We may have an opportunity to recap it later in the show, but right now it's time for us to launch our first kit of the morning. Now, our jewellery making kits are the concept against which our whole channel was launched, and the idea is that they have everything you need to get started with the hobby. But as we've developed and as our loyal customers have stayed with us, we've also realised that if we create bespoke kits, it gives you a chance to replenish all of your stocks at one time. So we're going to go over, is that right, and have a look exactly what Linda's been up to with this kit. Wow, did you help to design this kit,
Linda?
I
did. Excuse me putting this on.
I'll have that one.
Unawares.
I'll have that one.
No, what happened was Scott was in the office.
He's very suggestible, that
Well,
Scott.
he was in the office, and I walked in and I was saying, oh, I really love a really beautiful high-end mega strand. And it was almost, excuse me leaning over you.
There's so many gemstones.
It was
it's
almost
hilarious.
as if I was meant to be there at the time, because he said, whoa, he said, I've just seen this, and it's a beauty. This strand is a beauty, he said. He says there's not many of them, but it's a beauty.
I already know the strand you're
so
talking about.
I did an arm wrestle with him and I won, and I got it.
So basically, you walked into the office, Scott decided, oh, there's luscious Linda, started flirting with you and gave you twice as many strands as he'd normally give a designer for a kit.
Well, I think the arm wrestle kit was a bit of a persuasion, but still.
Oh, I love that. Oh, this is a bit like a yin and yang design, because there's symmetry, but it's alternated.
Yeah, aren't you clever spotting that? Ollie spotted that this morning as well, that it's symmetrical in design, but not in the colours of how I've used the gemstones,
Okay, hands up. Ollie just said that in my ear.
Oh! You cheat!
At least I admitted it. Well, I don't even know where to start with this. There are so many incredible gemstones, and you know what? This is my favourite colour combination.
It's mine
in jewellery,
too.
in art, anything.
Yeah.
Green and purples. Love it.
I do apologise, but I do tend to home into these hues. So it's a good job I'm not on every day, because you'd have a lot of these colours. Because they are so beautiful. I was saying the other day when I was in it, it's what I call my freesia colours.
Yes.
I like freesias, and that's my favourite flower.
These are fantastic. These are all boutique style designs, but because you've got that injection of colour, it gives them a contemporary twist. Is that a good?
That's right.
analysis?
Absolutely. Yeah, you've got very stunning, beautiful gemstones. But then, once you can make jewellery, then the sky's the limit on what you can actually. Apparently, let me think. I'm quoting this from somebody that I was reading yesterday, and jewellery making is there's two criteria, and it's idea and technique. And idea is most definitely the more difficult of the two, because technique's easy.
The techniques are something that you will master if you practice long enough, just like anything else.
Yeah, definitely.
But that creativity,
the idea.
It's almost really more important to find inspiration for the ideas. If you can be inspired, then the ideas seem to flow, don't they?
Yeah, inspiration's
absolutely.
everywhere.
So I've got to pick up these gemstones. They are absolutely fantastic. Have a look at this. So I know the strand that Linda was referring to that would have been limited edition, and it has to be these Brumwell style drops.
Isn't it?
They are gorgeous. I imagine it's going to be classified as multi-gem.
Yeah, aquamarine.
So you've got amethyst, citrine, peridot. I imagine, are these aquamarine?
Yeah, as far as I can remember.
Yes, it is aquamarine. There you go.
You can't really. I mean, I can understand it. But look at those down there. The blue against that opaque is just
love those little variations that you get in the aquamarine. So every now and then you've got the icy blues, the sky blues, and then you'll get a little sort of seafoam green comes through as well. Then you've got citrine, the golden tones, which are November's birthstone, of course, aquamarine being March's birthstone. You've got amethyst there, February's birthstone, and peridot, which is this month's birthstone.
Exactly.
So there you go, a true strand of some of the classic birthstones, really, I suppose.
Definitely.
They're probably some of the most well-known gemstones on the market, aren't they?
But the quality of them, in every respect, is most definitely, for me, gem quality. Most
No, I
definitely.
totally agree with that. In fact, I was going to say, you could easily hold these up to a traditional sort of 4 C's criteria,
Yes,
couldn't
yeah,
you really?
yeah,
The cuts there,
definitely, yeah.
because you've got that traditional pear drop with the faceting. Then you've got gorgeous clarity.
Yep.
The colour saturation is totally consistent across each gemstone, and then actually you've got a decent carat weight on each stone, because they're not small, are they?
No, they're
They're
not.
actually 7 by 5 mil instead, so they
Yeah,
are going
they
to
are.
be a significant look in your designs. In fact, you can see, I think this one shows it quite beautifully, the way the droplets work in your designs.
I mean, it is a collection that you can make very contemporary, or you can make very traditional, or you can make very vintage. So it's got everything going for it, without a doubt.
If you think about designers like, you know, Boodles, Bulgarians,
yeah.
they will rely on these gemstones
Yeah.
to inject colour
Yeah,
into
they do.
their
Well,
top-end collections.
all of these big like Boodles and
sort of design
Van
houses,
Cleef and
aren't they?
Arpels, most definitely, because they love these colours. But everybody's using coloured gemstone now, everybody, and really, really enjoying using it. Because I mean, all those programmes that we've seen on television recently have all been made. All those pieces have been made out of coloured gemstone.
Well, we've continued the sort of colour theme here, haven't we? Because you've got another strand of peridot and
That's
faceted
glorious,
rounds.
isn't it beautiful?
Gorgeous. I always think of peridot as the most appropriate birthstone, because it's the colour that I associate with August, those sort of summer greens,
Oh,
freshly
it's
cut
stunning.
grass.
Stunning.
Absolutely
Stunning.
fantastic as well, with the faceting, so you get that little bit of sparkle. Then that is mirrored in the amethyst rounds, so faceted rounds of amethyst as well. So you've got 20 carats here. So you've got your 3 mil rounds and your 4 mil rounds.
Which is lovely.
So obviously those are
So
very,
we've got a
very
nice
popular.
graduation drop down to that briolette gemstone.
Fantastic. And then this is what's going to make your gemstones go a little bit further, but also add a bit of uniformity to your designs.
Yeah.
The shell pearl.
Yes. Now, you know, you might say to yourself, it's shell pearl in there, but to be absolutely truthful, and I really mean this, hand on heart, that the shell pearl for me with this collection is exactly what I wanted to use, because it's the right colours and it's just the uniform rounds, which is just perfect to give a backdrop for those other luscious stones.
Also, the finish on the shell pearl.
They're glorious.
It
I love
really
them.
is mirrored in the
I love them.
faceting on the
Absolutely.
on the
Yeah.
gemstones that are offering this
Yeah.
clarity.
They're beautiful.
Fantastic.
Absolutely beautiful.
And also, are these new shell pearls? Because I don't see these colours very often.
Well, no, you don't actually. No, probably I was just there again when I managed to get there.
Just lucky. Look how quickly the quantity's ticking down. These are flying out the door, Linda. So let's get through everything in the kit so we can have a look at a demonstration before the kit sells out. I'll just take you through the shell pearl. You've got this lovely violet tone here. Then you've got what I would describe as a sort of mink colour.
Yes, it's
It's somewhere between a grey and a silver, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really, really pretty hazy lavender, isn't it?
That's
one?
it.
Yeah.
I would go with that.
Yeah, really
and then
pretty.
you've got the sort of lime green tones here.
I love
from your
that
shell pearls.
one.
Half the stock's already been allocated. We haven't brought the price on. We haven't even seen all of your designs. I'm going to have to pull my finger out. Here we go. You've got 50 metres of beading thread. You've also got your monofilament, and you've got a reel of wire here. 0.4 mil silver wire, perfect for maybe some of that intricate wire work if you wanted to maybe sew some of the 3 mil amethysts into a design. That would work perfectly. Oh my word, 2/3 of the stock's already gone. And you also get silver plated copper findings here. There's everything you're going to get. 115 pieces, a metre of chain, your fancy earring findings, your head pins, your ribbon cord endings, your toggle clasps, your jump rings, your crimp beads and your crimp bead covers. 115 pieces all in all. It looks like this is going to be a sellout deal. I hope you're dialing that free phone number, because here comes your price, $34.95. Again, if you go back to the old days, the first year of JewelleryMaker, that would be the traditional price for a kit, but you would have got 3 strands of gemstones.
Yeah, you would.
One of
if
those
not
would,
two. Yeah, if not
one
two,
of those would have been jasper.
Yeah, the other one would have been amethyst.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you would have got 24, 25, 26 pieces of sterling silver.
Yeah.
That was quite a limited
right.
findings opportunity
Yeah.
that we offered you at the time.
Yeah.
And then you would have, in fact, you wouldn't even have got your monofilament at the time.
No.
So you would just have
No.
got beading for an
No,
elastic.
and I mean, a strand like this multi-gem was just a dream.
Yes.
A dream for, you know, if and when and I wish strand. That is a collector's strand as far as I'm concerned. It's a strand that you really will use to the utmost.
I'll be honest, I have sold gemstones of virtually identical quality on our sister channel Gems TV. I would have no problem with those being set into silver or 9-carat gold.
Yeah, definitely.
So Kim has texted, is this Kim who got caught in the monsoon? I think it is. It says, Linda, I so love your beautiful designs. I wish I had 1 ounce of your creative mind. You continue to inspire me.
Good, thank you.
That's the best possible
that's
thing
what
you could
inspires
have
me, is people
being
saying,
inspired by you.
Yeah, well, yes,
it drives you to come up with innovative designs.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely what inspires me.
We've only got single figures of availability remaining in stock, Linda, so we better get on with our demonstration.
I'll do a very quick demonstration just on those earrings there with a very, very contemporary earring finding, which I absolutely adore because it has given me more scope, I must admit, for my earrings.
They can sit either way, can't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Janet makes loads of different variations using just these, that she set herself a task of using these earring findings in as many different ways as she can.
Yes. I worked with Janet on a late show recently. She's very talented.
She is exceedingly so, yeah, absolutely. Right, so if you take your earring finding, you've got your 4mm wire as well. So all you need to do is to put the earring finding on its side, take a length of your 4mm wire, and then just put a little bit of excess over the one end, right near the little ring where we adhere the little drop, and just twist around twice, okay? And bring it round onto the top. Now this is basically exactly the same way as you would make a tiara. I'm just going to trim off that little bit of excess there. So it's nothing more complex than you'll learn how to make a tiara actually by making an earring. So you've twisted on a couple of twists, and then you add, now I'm adding the little peridot. In my version there, I put the tiny amethyst in, which look absolutely fantastic.
But,
yeah.
You could do it the exact same design, but in the alternate.
Exactly.
So you can use the peridot, the green pearl, and then the amethyst.
That's just personal taste again, isn't it? You can do, even the pearls would look stunning. Let the gemstone drop down onto the base of the earring, and then hold the gemstone, and then again just twist on. Sorry, the first one's always the most difficult because it just has to be locked in. Okay, and then just send another couple of twists in between. That's just to establish a gap. Don't worry, you'll probably see there that my gemstone is twisting around. Don't worry about that, because as this is on wire, you can tidy it all up afterwards. And then it's just a repetition on the theme then. You could pop, as Ed just said, you could pop one of the amethyst in, let that drop down, and then again twist around. Do that all the way up to the top, and then when you get to the very top, just twist around and trim off. Obviously trim off if you've got flush cut pliers, then cutters, then just get right in there at that little point and twist it off. If it's a little, because this is going on an ear, if it's a little bit rough, then you can use even like a little emery board or a little bit of fine, just to or even the wire. We have a tool,
the little
don't
tool,
we?
yes, of course we do.
Exactly,
yes.
exactly. And then I'm not going to cut this gorgeous strand, but all you do is you just take one of the briolettes off, and then through that little point, which I think you mentioned earlier on that fantastic strand of sapphire you've got over there,
yes,
is just pop your wire through that top, and again just twist, and then just pop that literally. Let me just do it with one of these so I can just show you what I meant.
I went to grab that sapphire. Anytime somebody mentions it, I want to see it.
Wouldn't it go well?
It would work fantastically with this because of just actually the variation in the colours is almost identical as well.
It would heat it up to some point, wouldn't it?
Do you know what? Yes. Now that we've got a bit of skin tone behind these, again, I know I always say this, I get obsessed with this because they almost look like Padaparacha sapphires.
They do. They absolutely do, without a shadow of a doubt. And you know what? If you're lucky enough to have got this collection that we've just demoed, and I mean, there's not many of them.
Yeah, I was going to say the only problem is that the kit's actually sold out.
Yeah.
But only a third of the people who got hold of the kit would be able to get hold of this strand because it's such a limited edition strand. But
you know, well worth being there when it comes on, because it would make a fantastic. That would make the most stunning earrings. I mean, there's tons of them on there.
I know, there's so many sapphires there.
Packed in.
Now this is our limited edition strand. It comes from our Gems of Distinction range, but it's also for a collector's edition strand. So that's going to be coming up very, very soon, in fact. Right now, we're giving anybody who missed out on the early bird the opportunity to invest in our druzy. As I say, the kit has now been a sellout, I'm afraid.
Put that with that strand.
Yes, absolutely. Look at this for a combination.
If you pop that just as look.
It's perfect, isn't it?
Absolutely perfect.
It's because it's somewhere between a violet and a blue, just like tanzanite.
Just that little bit of contrast, isn't it? Which is all it needs, and it shows off the beauty in both.
It does. Absolutely fantastic. $9.95. You do get 3 druzy cabochons there, and we had a very interesting question from one of our customers asking if they had a drill hole. They don't have a drill hole, they have a flat back, so you could set them using wire work, or you could set them into soutache designs, for example. Exactly,
yeah, you could. If you pop one of those onto beading foundation or ultra suede or some sort of a backing, then if you, the amethyst and the peridot in this kit that's just sold out would look fantastic, brick stitched around the side.
Oh, fantastic. Amazing. That's such a great idea. So you can use the 3 mil amethyst to frame the druzy. Oh my word.
If you put them on there and you just put it around.
This is a match made in heaven.
How pretty is that? And then do another row using perhaps the peridot. I mean, that's just, if I'd have seen that druzy, sorry, I'm blown away with it.
No,
if I'd have seen that druzy when I made the kit, I'd have
You'd have had that as well.
Up his back. I'd have given him a Chinese burn for that one.
We've had a text for you, Linda. That's why I wanted to interrupt. It's from Carol. It says, Linda, amazing, and we can see the style when they're photoed, but adapt our own colour scheme, which is lovely. You're such a clever lady.
Oh, thank you.
That's a fantastic idea. So basically, the designs offer people a bit of their own input.
I hope so, because it's nice to make your own unique designs, but I think it's nice if you see something and a part of it works for you, then you use that within your design.
Yeah. That's the whole point of jewellery making, isn't it?
Yeah.
You learn the fundamentals, they're the building blocks of the design process, and then you put your own spin on it. In fact, Shirley has already commented on how beautiful the gemstones are. Fantastic, aren't they?
Gorgeous.
Amazing quality. That's what you get when you're part of the Bennett clan. You come in, twist people's arms behind their backs.
Hope your arm gets better.
You're sticking with that story, are you? Okay.
It's not a story, it's the truth, you ask him.
Well, we've had another comment. It says, 1 hairband, £3.50 in my local hobby shop.
I can believe it.
That's from Nicola.
Yeah.
Again, the value that we offered you on our tiara and hairband selection, it worked out at 50p per piece, because it was just £9.95 for 10 hairbands and 10 hair combs.
Amazing, isn't it?
So elsewhere, £3.50.
Yeah.
Talking about, what, 7 times the price?
It is something that I think if you're a new jewellery maker, you will definitely come into combs and hair accessories without a doubt. It's a natural progression, you can't help it. That's where you'll go. So just stock up on them. I was rooting around for a hairband the other night and couldn't find one, so I'm getting some out today.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, if you were to buy those from sort of independent craft shop, it cost you close to £70, but this morning you can get them for under 10 from us here at JewelleryMaker. Now, it's nice to hear that you're also inspired by Linda, but now I want to be inspired by you. So we're going to go over and see what you've been creating on the Wall of Fame. Welcome back to the Wall of Fame here on JewelleryMaker. So this is your opportunity to have your designs showcased live on the show, but you're also entered into our weekly prize draw, so you do have a chance to win either £50 or £100 added to your JewelleryMaker account when we make the draw on Wednesday morning. So tune in, normally around about midday they make the draw. And I'm going to start with number 90, beautiful wire wrapped pendant. And this has been sent in by Fran. It says, hello everybody, my entry this week is another one of those onyx cabochons that we're on recently. This one is wrapped with silver plated wire so that it can be reversible with 2 different designs. Hope you agree it works as a reversible, hoping the luck will stay with everyone with all the bad weather that's supposed to arrive. It's arrived, Fran. It's definitely arrived. Works perfectly as a reversible design.
I love it.
This
fantastic.
for during the day and then
Yeah, exactly.
For the more intricate design for the
exactly.
evening, perhaps.
Definitely. And also when you're wearing pendants, they do flip, so it's a jolly good idea, that is, financially, to have it multi-sided.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's going to flip naturally anyway, so the fact that it works both ways is a good idea. Number 90 you are, Fran, so good luck with the draw.
This is number 93, and these are absolutely gorgeous. I'm hooked on these at the minute, really hooked on them. And it's from Jane in Cornwall. Hi, here's my entry for the Wall of Fame this week. I made a larger tree of life to hang in my window, and friends have seen it. Now I find myself making them for all my friends. They look lovely hung in the window when the sun shines. They really sparkle. All of the chips and the wire are from JewelleryMaker. I bet that make fantastic. Do you know what? I never even thought of that.
Well, that's what I was saying, wasn't it, about as soon as somebody sees a piece of jewellery that you're wearing that you've made that you like, you're always going to get commissions off the back of it. Actually, the Tech Up on the Late Show, Sam, is also obsessed with Tree of Life. She keeps creating them.
I discovered, well, I fell over one a couple of, not literally, and I can't stop making them.
Yeah,
love them.
Sam actually showed me that design last night. We showed it on the Late Show as well.
Wow.
This is number 91. It's been sent in by Jane. These are this is right up my street. Very feminine jewellery design here. It says, hi, this is my first time on the Wall of Fame. I've only been making jewellery for a short time. This was my first commission piece. It's an amethyst nuggets and gold coloured copper beads. All the findings are from JM. I've been hooked on JewelleryMaker after finding you by chance last summer, to my husband's dismay. Yes, I bet, Jane. So there you go. Especially, you've got a handsome man in your living room every morning.
Who's that then? Oops.
Mark Smith. Right, number 91. Right, moving on.
This is beautiful. This is really, really beautiful. It's number 94.
A bit like the mink pearls in your kit, actually,
it's absolutely beautiful. It's from Karen in Sheffield. Hi all at JewelleryMaker. Here's my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It's blue agate rondelles and silver hematite rounds, all from JewelleryMaker. I really miss hematite, you know. Good luck to all, and best wishes to the lovely presenters and designers who give me lots of inspiration. And that's Karen in Sheffield. I really miss hematite.
I think we're going to be moving into sort of hematite territory soon, aren't we, with the Christmas designs?
I hope so, because it is. I love it. I love it.
It's great for masculine designs as well, because I would happily wear a lot of hematite.
Wow!
This is such a boutique style design. You can actually imagine seeing this in a boutique window for a 3-figure sum.
Gorgeous.
Look at that, the finish. The little ribbons, the real statement.
Just see that in a window in Dubai in one of those fabulous malls.
Oh yeah, nice. Hi everyone, I've been buying gems etc. for you for at least a couple of years. I love them all, and now I finally made something I felt worthy of sending into your Wall of Fame. Really hope you like it. That's coming from Georgina Price in Poole. I am so impressed with that design. You can see that we took our breath away at the sort of boutique style of the design.
Absolutely beautiful, absolutely glorious. I mean, if this, it might not be, but if this is this bow here is say a part of a brooch or something else or whatever,
maybe
then
upcycling.
I think that's fantastic, isn't it? I love that idea.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it works so well with
almost
the
looks like sort of like marcasite or something, doesn't it?
Stunning.
Very vintage style, actually. I absolutely love that. But I will say one thing. Never be scared to send your designs into the Wall of Fame. I know that people do take pride in their work, of course, but you know, you do get entered into the prize draw. You could win £50 or £100, and so you know, we're a friendly community here at JewelleryMaker, so never be too concerned about sending your designs in. Personally, if I was allowed to enter, I'd just send a piece of bead on a bit of elastic every week and be like, put me in the draw.
You know what? You'd probably win as well.
I definitely will. I've never won anything. Actually, right now I'm winning. I'm on JewelleryMaker with Luscious Linda. Coming up after the break, we are going to launch our limited edition strand of sapphire, mainly because it goes with the kit so perfectly.
It's stunning.
I mean, this is some of the most high quality sapphire we've ever been able to source here at JewelleryMaker. You can see those beautiful colour tones. We're going to talk more about coloured sapphires in a couple of minutes. Right now, we're going to go to a quick break, so don't go away.
Join JewelleryMaker and guest designer Mark Smith for our long-awaited macrame workshop. Get to know the essential techniques and knotting formations to create these vastly popular designs. Learn square stitch, twist stitch, slip knot and much more. The full course includes a range of different threading materials, a selection of gemstones, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, a chance to meet the presenters, and a visit to our gemstone museum. All of this for just $79.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Get involved with Jewellery Maker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
When shopping with Jewellery Maker, you can add as many items to your order in one day and only pay one postage and packaging charge. We have two delivery options. Standard delivery at just £2.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 4 to 6 days. Or opt for our premium delivery at just £4.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 3 to 4 days. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
If you're new to Jewellery Maker, simply contact our call centre and we'll send you a tutorial DVD and Get Started booklet, all free of charge.
Are you new to jewellery making? Then tune in to our Designer Inspiration Show every day between 1 and 5 for our new 2 sections. We'll help you get started and give you all the knowledge and inspiration you need. Also, we'll be introducing you to a new medium every day. Whether you're a beginner or intermediate, we've got everything you need to get you started with a new hobby. The Designer Inspiration Show, only on Jewellery Maker.
The latest edition of the Lure Book is now available. This highly regarded gemstone encyclopedia features over 1,300 pages full of facts and knowledge. Discover the places, the people and the stories behind every gemstone. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker, and we are now bringing you a limited edition opportunity here at Jewellery Maker, a gemstone that actually we are having a little bit of trouble in sourcing as an industry. The reason we know this, of course, is that we are part of the Genuine Gemstone company, and the owners of the company are real life gem hunters. So Steve Bennett, who owns the company, will travel all around the world visiting mine owners, not only to ensure that we get the most competitive prices on our gemstones, but also to ensure that we secure some of the rarest contracts for gemstones. In fact, we recently were privileged enough to launch a whole range of minus Jerris kunzite on gems and rocks. And this is a gemstone that you probably find a deposit of maybe every 100 years or so. And you know, the mine owner didn't call up any of the big boys, called Steve and gave us the exclusive rights to the kunzite. And so you can see that by building up these relationships with the mine owners, we're able to get hold of some of the rarest gemstones on the planet. That's exactly what we've done here. Now, as an industry, we are really struggling to find coloured sapphires, and so maybe it's not that Mother Nature's not creating any coloured sapphires. I'm not saying that. There are plenty of coloured sapphires out there, but it's about finding a high enough yield to make it worthwhile for certain designers. Because if you think about something like the high street jewellers, for example, they need to have, you know, multiple versions of their design for each store, don't they? And they've got stores all over the country. So if you don't get a high enough yield of the gemstone, it's not really worthwhile for them to invest in that gemstone. It normally happens from season to season. So, you know, a few months later, we might find a deposit of sapphires, and then that eradicates the problem. Here at Jewellery Maker, we will take the more limited opportunities because we know there's a lot of collectors that tune into the show. We know that there's a lot of high-end jewellery designers who will jump at the chance to add one of the big four to their collection. And here, we've got sapphires. Now, I think this is probably an essential time to be investing in sapphires because it's next month's birthstone. In fact, maybe there's somebody special in your life and you want to create a very special piece of birthstone jewellery for them for next month. This would be the most fantastic strand to invest in because you're offering them some of the most high quality sapphires you're ever likely to see from us here at JewelleryMaker. In fact, once again, you're probably looking at a gemstone here which would sit happily in 9 carat, maybe even 18 carat gold. That's the kind of quality we're looking at. Maybe you never thought you'd have the opportunity to own sapphires of this quality. We're going to make that a real opportunity, but actually a reality, because of course you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can get these home, you can see them in the flesh, and you can make an informed decision about this particular gemstone. Now, this is actually Songea Sapphire. This is a primary location to source coloured gemstones. This is the area where a lot of the top design houses are going to be visiting to try and get hold of coloured sapphires for their collections. Unfortunately, as I say, not finding high enough yields currently, and I just have to say, I know that I go on about this all the time on the show, but it's just because obviously my passion for gemstones comes from more of a traditional jewellery background, and those are so reminiscent of Padaparacha coloured sapphires, which are probably the highest valued sapphires on the market. In fact, do your own research now. Just type Padaparacha sapphire into your search engine and you're going to see, in fact I doubt you'll see anything below 4 figures for Padaparacha sapphires. Just to be clear, those come from a certain region and these didn't come from there, so they're not Padaparacha sapphires, but they're the same colour tones, those very rare colours of, it's a mixture really between an orange and a pink. It's a sort of tutti frutti sort of tone there. And there you go. Actually, yeah. So my producer's just showing me images of Padaparacha style jewellery designs and large cuts of the gemstone. There you go, you can see them yourself. Exact same colour tones. It's a sort of halfway house between an orange and a pink, and that's exactly what you've got there, almost like a tutti frutti style tone. And then as you move along the strand, you do get a few green sapphires, actually the most common colour tone of sapphires, although because they're not as revered, we don't see them as often. And then you've got beautiful blue sapphires. Now these are, again, reminiscent of probably one of the most high-end gemstones on the planet, Ceylon blues. And very, very famous, of course, because famously requested by Princess Diana as her engagement ring rather than diamonds. And of course we got to sort of revisit that design, didn't we, when Kate and Will got married. So, you know, I think anything that brings awareness about a gemstone to the masses, all of a sudden it becomes even more sought after than it was. And then, as you move along, you've got canary sapphires as well. These are actually probably, other than Padaparachas, my favourite colour tone in these sapphires, often mistaken for canary diamonds, of course, and not too much of a sort of compromise there, is it? Moving from canary diamonds to canary sapphires. Of course, famously, we do have a big 4 gemstones. These are the most revered gemstones on the planet. Rubies, which is actually just a colour classification of sapphire itself. They're both varieties of corundum, is the chemical name for sapphires and rubies. And then you've got emeralds, which of course we've been mining for over 4,000 years. And then diamonds, which, I mean, they're famous because of big marketing campaigns, really. I'm not that enamoured by diamonds, I prefer coloured gemstones myself. But I know that they are a girl's best friend, of course, so people want to own them. But yeah, sapphires, imagine that. My director just said, it's not really fair, is it? Girls get diamonds and we get dogs as our best friends. It's such a great point, Ollie. I've never heard it made before. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't give up my dog for all the diamonds in... Actually, I would. They're going to be worth a lot of money. No, I'm joking. I love Hooper too much. Okay, one of the big 4 beautiful sapphires, and... Hold on a second. Sorry. I just saw a little purple hue in one of these sapphires as well. Intriguing. Purple sapphire is actually the rarest colour tone you can find of sapphires. That's definitely got a little purple hue to it. Can you see that? Almost a sort of grape-like colour, if you like. Wow, this strand just keeps giving, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I was going to say. It doesn't stop giving, does it? You're going to get that home, and you are just going to peer and peer and peer at it.
You find yourself just staring at this strand over and over again.
Yeah.
Now, this is a limited edition strand. I thought we only had 20. Fortunately, we had 29, but they're already flying out the door. Half the stock's been allocated, and we haven't even seen the price point yet. And here it comes. $64.95 for 10 carat. Some of the most fantastic quality sapphires I've ever seen. Not here at JewelleryMaker. I think these are as high quality sapphires as I've ever seen. Been working in the industry for nearly 7 years. Started by selling, traditional jewellery designs, set into 9 carat gold, 18 carat gold. I've actually sold a purple sapphire before. Very rare.
I'd love to see. I'd love to see.
And we've got text coming through from Della, very regular customer and contributor to the show. He says, I would have a sapphire or a lapis ring over a diamond any day. I agree with Della. Actually, I read an interesting quote from a very famous jewellery designer recently, Stephen Webster, and he was saying that nowadays, when he receives packages of coloured gemstones, he wonders why he ever worked with diamonds. So, it just goes to show that, semi-precious gemstones that do add a little more, I suppose, scope to a designer because of the colours are actually leading the way in luxury jewellery design these days. Yeah. People are still coming through, adding this to their order. Our quantity bar's just got a little bit stuck there, froze there. There you go, it's still moving again. $64.95, limited edition strand. And if you do want to get involved with this deal, wow, somebody just texted in to work out the value you get on the strand. That means they've counted the gemstones of their TV screen. Good work, Catherine. It says, morning, these sapphires look lovely, and if I'm not mistaken, they work at about £2 each. I've got to count, haven't I? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. I'm only halfway. More like £1 a stone at this rate.
Say,
32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58.
Yeah, £2.
So I think we're looking at more like £1.10. £1.11. Whoa! What a guess! I said £1.10. £1.11.5 or something.
Can you imagine going into a shop and saying, I'll have that sapphire, and they'll say £1.10p, please? You go.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure. But just think, if you're getting your sapphire for £1.11 and you manage to get 50 pairs of rose gold plated shepherd hooks earlier today for $6.95, that means you can actually create a pair of sapphire earrings for less than £5.
A lot less than £5.
Yeah.
A lot less.
That's insane. Please don't. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, Catherine. Once somebody sets a challenge, I've got to find out. I had to find out how many were there. Sorry.
Yeah, it's good news, not bad.
Yeah, it was good news. Exactly right. Was that? Do you think that was Catherine's underhand way of saying,
I think it was,
how many sapphires do you get?
Yeah, more than
well,
likely.
very, very good. I like that. Congratulations to everybody getting hold of that. It is a limited edition strand, so congratulations. As we approach single figures of availability, just let me remind everybody, you do get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So maybe if you're looking at this, in fact, there may be some people out there who don't create jewellery designs, but it's their birthday next month, and they've got their Scott with his arm up his back saying, please can we buy that and have it made into a piece of birthday jewellery for me.
You're on my plane today.
I always am, Lynn.
Well, it's just the fact that if you don't make jewellery at the moment, because you probably will afterwards, if you don't, just get the strand and you'll ask somebody to make something for you. Using it, you know,
could actually
your own
not only
design.
give a jewellery maker a personal commission, but you could say, I've bought the gemstones already, so I'll just pay you for your time.
Do you know, if somebody brought that strand to me and asked me to make jewellery from it, I would be so excited.
Can you imagine?
I'd be blown away because I thought, whoa, where did she get that from?
It is top quality sapphire. As I say, I would have no problem if this was set into 9 karat gold, selling this on our sister channel Gems TV. Definitely. Now, currently, we have 10 strands remaining in stock. Now, it is a limited edition strand. I don't want to put unnecessary pressure on anyone. All I will say is, we've got 5 individuals who've placed this in their basket who are yet to check out. So really, it's more likely that we've got about 5 in stock, and we've got 3 people speaking to our call centre operators. So in reality, it's more like we've got 2 strands remaining in stock. So I mean, if somebody just dialed up now, let's say somebody's just got in, they've been to a church service, or they've been out to do a little bit of quick shopping on a Sunday morning, and they saw it and they dialed up and they thought, oh, I want one of them to make a special necklace for myself, but I also want to have one in my personal collection, and multi-bought, that's it. They're gone. They're all gone if that happens right now.
That's the strand that you take with you when you go to a craft fair and show, look, this is the calibre of the gear that I deal with.
That's a fantastic idea, because it becomes a little bit of an icebreaker, because it allows you to build rapport with your customer, but it also allows you to show off about the quality of the gemstones you're able to get hold of.
Definitely.
Good idea. And of course, it's a birthstone.
Yes.
That's a key consideration for a lot of people when they're selling their designs at craft fairs. We've got just 7 strands remaining in stock and 5 people still with it in their baskets. Oh, no. So we are literally looking like a bit of a sellout strand here. I suppose it's to be expected on a limited edition strand, but particularly when you're looking at sapphires of this quality. Honestly, you know, I think a lot of the customers know me now. I've been presenting for about a year on the channel. But you might have known me as a sales manager previously, and I'm always honest. If it wasn't top quality, I'd say it. But this, I am blown away by the standard of the sapphires we've got here. I'm actually, you know, I think a little bit taken aback that the quality of the gemstones seems to improve from delivery to delivery at the moment. And it's partly because of the way we've expanded as a channel. So as we grow and as we become a bit, you know, more well-known, shall we say, I think, you know, we've got suppliers sort of clambering over one another to work with us, and of course they're not just competitive in terms of their prices, they're also competitive in terms of their quality. So, you know, they're saying, oh, we can get even better quality gemstones for you, Jewellery Maker. And of course, actually, I've just realised this is the Jewellery Maker strand of sapphire, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
I'm just looking at our branding.
I think we're really lucky that we can find these gemstones to start with and then send them to Jewellery Maker in India and tell them, look, this is what our customers want.
Yes.
This is what they like. Do that. Because
Exactly
we know what
right.
they want, and
Yes.
so we can just say, do what.
Well, I think in the early days, people were probably leaning more towards the traditional crafting gemstones, so the agates, the jaspers, but as people's skills have developed, they want top quality gemstones.
It's a natural progression. You can't help yourself. You always want to go the next step up the ladder.
Well, it's almost as though our customers really have gone on the same journey as us, haven't they? So,
I agree with you, totally. Totally.
Okay, we're going to have to call it a day on this. I mean, when I do say about the quality of the gemstones, when you see the micro-fasting on each and every gemstone here, when you see them sparkling at you, you are going to be blown away. But unfortunately, it looks to me like a few people are going to be disappointed. We're going to leave that one with you because we've got a lot of people still placing it in their basket now, but we are limited in availability. So let's move on. We don't want to annoy anybody. This. Oh, yes, sorry. I got excited then. She said, go to your right-hand side. And I've just noticed this rather fantastic matrix box coming up later in the show. But yes, I did get a bit excited then. I thought we were going to bring you that. Beautiful gemstones in there. Carnelian. Is that smoky quartz and mookaite? Right, Ed, you're not allowed to do it yet. We're going to give you another wholesale deal now and add it to your order price for an essential item. These are your gold flash copper beads. They're 2 mil in size. Actually, tell you what, going to give you a little bit of inspiration with these later, because on the inspiration show, Deb Rudge is going to be doing a bit of micro macrame. So if you use a bit of leatherette cord and some gold beads, that would look fantastic. Wouldn't it? Really sophisticated, actually good masculine design for your micro macrame as well. You actually get 980 beads here. It's a really impressive wholesale deal, I would say. Especially when, as we referred to earlier, in the early days, we were only able to bring you sort of that standardised 25 piece of sterling silver. Now, the variety on our website is incredible. But these are the kind of things which I think highlight how far we've come in the last 4 years, because that is a truly wholesale deal, isn't it? That is bulk buying. And often I get customers talking to me on Facebook saying, you know, the thing is, I don't sell my jewellery designs, so don't necessarily want to buy huge quantities. But I have to say, I think it probably is the best way to invest in items, because of course it's an infectious hobby. And as you start to make more designs, you will get through all of the items. And then, of course, it's quite frustrating having to wait to receive new findings or new gemstones so that you can make with. If you've always got, you know, a replenished stock of items, then you can always make something. If you are inspired by something, you can start making your piece of jewellery immediately. These are flying out the door. I told you we were going to be busy this morning. And congratulations to everybody coming through, because lots of people already multi-buying these. And we're going to get the price straight on screen for you. £7.95. There you go. Another added to your order price. The reason I say that, of course, is that you only ever pay 1 P&P per day here at JewelleryMaker. So if you want to get involved with this deal, or maybe you've already been inspired by some of Linda's designs with the previous kit, maybe you got hold of that ridiculously high quality strand of sapphire, this is the way to maximise on your 1 P&P by getting a wholesale deal on gold flash copper. I just touched on it earlier in the show, the fact that it is becoming very difficult for us to source new deposits of gold as an industry, not here at JewelleryMaker. We haven't found a new deposit of gold for 24 months, and so we are expecting to see an overall increase in the price of gold. Anytime you get a chance to invest in gold flash findings, I would take the opportunity. In fact, some experts predicting that if you took all the gold in the world, you'd only fill an Olympic-style swimming pool. Warren Buffett says that that's an optimistic estimation, that you've probably only got about a third left. So, you know, if big players in the industry are starting to make these predictions, you know that it's only going to go one way. The price is going to increase. If you want to get involved, start dialing that free phone number right now. If you have placed it in your basket, please make sure you check out to avoid disappointment. I think we did actually have some people who came through a little bit late missing out on the sapphire. And we know that people already missed out on the first kit of the morning because it sold out in, well, before we'd even looked at Linda's demonstration. So as you can see, we are very, very busy. Anytime you get the chance to invest in a wholesale deal, snap it up, especially at just £7.95. And of course, huge amount of scope, especially when you're working with findings like this. I decided to do something silly there and spill them all over the table. Somebody's going to be getting 969. No, I'm picking them up. I'm picking them up. Okay, here we go. So £7.95, and add it to your order item. We're going to move on now, and we're going to bring you all. Ooh, these are beautiful. Very, very feminine. Regular viewers will know that I'm a bit girly when it comes to my gemstones. Yes, just my gemstones. Unbelievable. Last night, though, I was being encouraged to wear mascara to the next ball. What is going on here today? So this is actually your peach quartzite. Great name actually, because for once it really is an accurate colour classification. It is that very subtle difference between your sort of apricot tones and your pastel pinks. That beautiful peach tone. Very, very feminine, and I imagine a very useful cut, because I'm looking at this and I'm seeing petals.
Yeah, straight away, aren't you? Definitely. And bows.
Oh, little bows, yeah, if you match two at the tapered end, of course. In fact, you know, if maybe you're trying to recreate, you know, Alison Tunney's shoes. Yeah. You could create a little gemstone bow to put on the front.
Yeah, it's a really useful cut, and that's such a pretty peach, isn't it? I love quartzite. It's not a gemstone. It's got phenomena in it. It's not just completely and utterly just opaque. It's got things going on inside the gemstone as well. Often you can find little deposits of like a glitter in quartzite.
Yes.
This is gorgeous. I know the Chinese absolutely revere
they
quartzite.
love quartzite, don't they?
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons that it's popular in China is that it is, well, the same reason that it's popular for crafting. It's a little bit of a denser gemstone, and so it's suitable for carving. Do a lot of carving in that part of the world, and that's one of the ways that they sort of try to enhance Mother Nature's work, if you like, by creating these beautiful carvings from certain gemstones. Of course, we try to create luxury jewellery items. So, well, I suppose one of the reasons that that's a benefit to jewellery makers is that when you're working with a gemstone that is a little bit denser, you can, I suppose, integrate it into more of your robust design. So particularly for maybe wire workers, for example, this is a great gemstone to work with. You can be really confident you're not going to damage the gemstone in any way, even if you are sort of twisting it and manipulating it into those wire structures. Now this is a triple trouble deal. Now the idea here at JewelleryMaker, the way that we offer you this kind of incredible value is by creating wholesale bundles. So we take 3 strands, bundle them together, and that allows us to work on lower margins and give you a better price point. That's simply how it works. Whoa, there you go, £9.95, so under £10 for 3 strands of peach quartzite. A lot of people tell me that it's actually quite useful to have multiple strands of the same gemstone, of course, because then it eliminates the difficulty, the awkwardness of the creative process, because you're always going to have a very cohesive design if you're working with the same gemstone. You've got the same cut, same colour. You're going to want to inject other colours in, of course, but you know you've got a huge carat weight.
Yeah, you don't actually have to have other colours in there neither. I mean, if you do a triple strand drops,
of course,
3 graduated strands, and put the drops on all of them in a graduation process, this would look fantastic. Fabulous.
Absolutely. In fact, we have given this particular bundle to one of our Sunday experience ladies. They are through in the room with the lovely Hannah Osborne. There they are. Give us a wave. They can't hear us. They don't know. They've got the telly on, but look, they're busy jewellery making. We can spy on them. They're too busy to notice. They don't want to wave to me. So yes, we're going to have a little bit of inspiration with this bundle later, but to be honest with you, if you got hold of the rose gold findings, pink gemstones or peach gemstones set into rose gold, I think looks fantastic. I did say I was girly, but you can actually just create multiple pairs of earrings, so that's another way to expand your suite of jewellery and give your customers more options when you are attending craft fairs. We've had a text in from Emma, another regular contributor to the show. It says, great start to a Sunday. Fabulous Linda, lovely Ed, and gold beads for me to practice my Krumahimo designs. Wonderful. Unless maybe Emma's got her own.
Krumahimo. That's what we call it now, because of Prue does it so wonderfully.
Oh, of course, it's because of Prue Designer.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was being so silly then. Still early on a Sunday morning for me. And Pete didn't put any sugar in my coffee. Can I have 1 sugar, please, Pete? £10 for 3 strands of peach quartzite. If you want to get involved with this deal, unfortunately, we are now approaching limited availability. We are so busy this morning. Catherine, you've also texted in. It says, I make Christmas angels with these stones. You only need 3 stones. Yes. You can see exactly how it's going to work.
What a good idea.
That's fantastic. That idea. Those would be great to hang on your Christmas tree or to give. As maybe little
and those little gold beads that you had previously, you could utilise those. Perhaps you could put a little bit of wire and have that as part of a halo. Oh no, a jump ring for a halo. That'd be the halo,
wouldn't it? A jump ring for the halo.
But you can put those little gold beads in, perhaps just for the neck, just there on the neck, and have your angel. Oh, I love it. Oh, send them in.
The customers were texting to say that they found a lot of inspiration in your work, and you were saying, no, I get inspired.
Yeah, I do.
I just literally, I could see the cogs turning then.
Just make a mental note.
All of those ideas just started flowing. I imagine that's how you feel at home when you see.
Table gifts for Christmas, yes, doing that.
Fantastic. That was amazing. I actually got to witness the designer's mind at work there. That was good. We are going to leave this one with you as a triple trouble deal. 3 strands for £9.95. And yes, lots of people taking advantage of the value there. So congratulations if you are getting involved with that deal. Incredible deal. And Catherine also contributed saying spaces as the halo and the little gold beads as dangling feet.
Oh yes, there you go again. Yes, thank you for that. Medical note.
Catherine and Linda, kindred spirits, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We'll get Linda's number 2 after the show, Catherine. Now, we're going to stick with the festive theme here, I think. Could be construed in that way. We're going to give you another opportunity to invest in the druzy cabochons. This time, the silver druzy. Now, there is something very, very intriguing about these particular druzy cabochons. I know they're going to be popular. These were the cabochons that producer Dion selected as her favourites. Over the blue.
Whoa, that's a turn up.
Even she's shocked in the gallery. She said, I know, I can't explain it. Just to be clear, if you are new to us in the morning, of course we get lots of new buyers every single day here at JewelleryMaker. Producer Dion is obsessed with blue gemstones. In fact, if ever you're watching a show she's producing and there's a blue gemstone, start dialing, because she normally gives you a bit of a discount deal. She loves blue gemstones so much. So yes, why do you suppose you've selected the silver over the blue? Actually, they look rather fantastic together, I've just realised.
Gorgeous.
Actually, she's just a magpie. She just says, she said it's one of those moments where she had a double take at a gemstone, and so she knew it was a winner, and it was one that would take a fancy. Do you know what? You're right about the Christmas theme as well, because you know what this is reminding me of? Almost like when you see the frost on the ground in the winter time.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful sort of glistening.
What's not to love about those?
I know.
There's just nothing, there's no negatives at all. Stunning.
Amazing. We are going to match the price on the silver druzy that we gave you on the blue druzy, only with the blue druzy we gave you an early bird price. So the intended price point for these was $12.95, but we're going to honour the early bird price and we're going to give you these for a tenner as well. You do get 3 again. There you go, $9.95. Unbelievable. I was thinking these could be wire wrapped into pendants, maybe if you like those sort of Laura Binding style wire wrap pendants, those will look fantastic. Or the cocktail style rings that we discussed earlier, or of course your soutache designs.
Yeah,
Think about
that is
maybe some crackled quartz to surround it.
Yeah, I mean anything's going to work with druzy, isn't it? There's not a gemstone that won't work with.
And the silver tone's quite neutral because it's traditional metallic tone, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just so luxurious, isn't it?
It's gorgeous because I think, as I was saying earlier, you get a little from column A, a little from column B. You've got a very organic finish from the irregular nature of the crystals, but because of the way they sparkle, that's quite a traditional look for jewellery. People want that traditional sparkle, don't they? So
when I was doing a little bit of research on druzy, I was astonished at how much money lots of websites were charging for them. And I was thinking, well, yes, it is absolutely glorious, it is beautiful, but you know what, that matches any of the ones I've seen.
Yeah, I guess, you know, the independent boutiques and the websites out there.
They're unusual, you see, so that, you know, you go far afield to find something like that.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't know now where to tell anybody other than JewelleryMaker to go and get a piece of druzy quartz from.
Quite agree. Gillian's text you, saying, hi Ed and Linda, think you mean. Could I ask, what is the gemstone that the druzy is made from, please? Okay, so this is druzy quartz. So basically, you know, one of the most common elements you're going to find in the mantle of the Earth's crust is quartz. It makes up a huge percentage of the Earth's crust, but you're hard pushed to find jewellery quality quartz in amongst all that. And so that's the varieties that we set into jewellery design. Now what happens is you get tiny little druzy inclusions inside the quartz, and they actually form these crystal structures just like most gemstones do. Druzy forms very, almost, as you can see, almost microscopic crystal structures, but what they actually do is they break through from the quartz, so they're very reliant on the host rock, which is the quartz. Sometimes you'll find that actually they'll be engulfed when the quartz, because of course the quartz is the predominant crystal structure, it's being pushed and pulled by the pressures and the temperatures, and often those tiny little crystal structures from the druzy will be knocked off by the host rock. That's why we're so lucky to find huge samples of the gemstone like this. So hopefully that's answered your question. Of course, you can always go into more depth with your gemology, and it is a really interesting subject. It's one of those topics where I always say the more you learn, the more you want to learn. You just start to soak it up like a sponge, and I suppose because you've got that link with nature, it's very easy to gain a greater understanding of the way in which gemstones form. £10 for 100 carats of silver druzy, and congratulations to everybody who got hold of that deal. We're going to move on though, because we're going to go over to Linda. Okay, on that note then, I'm going to pick up my coffee, I'm afraid. If you want me to stay awake until 3 PM, guys. Thank you, Pete. Great coffee. What have you been up to now? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, not content with having 6 strands in a kit, Linda, you've now got 7.
Well, hand on heart, I can say it on a Sunday because there's nobody upstairs and not many people. I think they've gone away this weekend. Oh, what a shame. But with the pearls that were in the last kit, I thought, oh, blow it, I'm going to take the loss and put them in another one.
Unbelievable, she just kept on adding to these kits because she knew the channel manager was away.
Well,
you can see we're a family-run business, can't you? Everybody just waiting for someone to go out the house so they can do something naughty.
Yeah, exactly. But hey-ho.
Well, it's worked out for the best because look at the incredible designs. Actually, when you look at the gemstones here, they're not sort of a natural combination of colour tones, but they all work beautifully.
Yeah, the peach shell pearl here really works well with the agates there, that metallic coated agate there. I love that. That was the hero strand. This.
Oh,
that's my hero
yes,
strand. I love it. I absolutely adore that strand. I've not seen one before. That's the first I'd actually seen.
It's interesting because it's had this coating, hasn't it?
It's beautiful. It really is.
And because of the irregularity, it almost looks like you know, like a Baroque pearl.
Yeah,
the way
exactly.
Because
it's a faceted, puffy coin, isn't it?
Really interesting.
And it honestly, it's much more beautiful than it's looking there. It really is. The colours are absolutely glorious.
The textured surface is allowing such an array of colours to come through from that coating, isn't it? We've got
I
a
love
lot of pinks and purples.
I love how contemporary it looks, how modern it looks.
It does. Yeah, there's almost a sort of silver tone in there as well, isn't there? So that's the first strand from the kit, and we'll continue through the mink shell pearl returns.
As I say, well, it did because it was. There's a quantity that we get in, you know, and I thought well, it works so beautifully with that. I'm going to have it again.
It's almost, now that I see it in greater light, it's almost like a champagne style hue that you almost get from this, from the pearl effins.
Yeah, it's very oystery colour, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. That's beautiful. And then we've got your powder blue shell pearl.
Beautiful.
Very, very gorgeous. Actually, this would be a great addition to the other kit, actually, wouldn't it, with the shell pearl?
Yeah, absolutely.
The shell pearl continues, but here we've got sort of statement sizes, haven't we? These are your 12mm peach shell pearl. Of course, the beauty of working with the shell pearl is that it is still a natural mineral. It's been created from the nacre of the shell, and so therefore you still do get that natural sort of schiller, almost, well, it's almost identical to pearlescence, really. Not quite the colour tones, but the same sort of finish and sheen.
I just think that shell pearl is beautiful. I wish I could find another word to describe its gloriousness, but shell pearl is beautiful. I love the fact that it's really round, and I love the fact that you've got that pearlescence coming off of it, and I love the fact that it works so well with any gemstone. I mean, this coated agate here has turned peach now.
It has, hasn't it? Now I've got the pearls next to it. Yeah, absolutely. So that goes to show you just how versatile this strand is. And then we've got your strand of grey agate.
I love that. I think that's just a shame that it's called grey agate, because that's mink to me.
Yeah, that is
mink.
It is, now that we see it next to those pearls. Then we've got your black agate rounds.
Beautiful.
And then is this sort of almost like a tanzanite blue.
Yeah, glorious, isn't it?
Is that agate as well? Is that quartz?
I think so. I think it's. I'm not sure, Ed.
I'll just check.
Agate or quartz. It could be one or the other, to be honest.
That's agate as well.
Yeah,
My apologies. It's always best to check.
Yep.
So you've got your mink agate, your black agate, and your blue agate. You've got your 3 strands of shell pearl, and then you've got this beautiful metallic rainbow coated agate as well, with the irregular faceted coins, 12mm in size. You've also got your traditional threading materials, 50 metres of beading thread, 6 metres of elastic and 80 metres of monofilament, as well as the very comprehensive 115 pieces of silver plated copper in your findings pack. There you go, same findings pack, so you've got everything in there, your metre of chain, your head pins in 3 different variations, your shepherd hooks, your fancy earring findings, your toggle clasps, your ribbon cord endings, spacer beads, jump rings and crimp beads. Got there in the end.
It's a long list.
There's a lot in there these days, 115 pieces. Now if you were to buy all of this individually, bearing in mind you are basically getting a gemstone super saver in your kit here, 7 strands, it would cost you close to £50, but I think that in itself represents the best value on the market for all these gemstones, all those findings and your threading materials, so it should be close to £50, but that's not our price this morning. We're going to take it under 30.
Whoa, excellent.
That's even better value than we could normally offer you here on JewelleryMaker, and that is saying something. Of course, we do have a unique way of working here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, working directly with mine owners and having very long-standing relationships with suppliers to ensure we do give you the most competitive prices. But if we create a jewellery kit, we give you even better value. We want to make jewellery making as accessible as we can as a hobby, and we want to give you the chance to work with genuine gemstones. I think there's a lot of faux pearls available on the market. This, well, it's not really a faux pearl because it's created from a natural mineral. I would say it's the Rolls Royce of faux pearls. That's how I would describe shell pearl.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not plastic or glass.
It's not a cultured pearl. That's the only way I can describe it. But it's a pearl for me. It's a pearl.
Yes.
It really is. It looks a pearl. It is a pearl, but it's not a cultured pearl. That's the only difference.
You've got the uniformity that you'd associate with high-end luxury pearls in a perfect round, and you've got a similar finish, but it's not identical.
If you want that look of a very, very, very high-end cultured pearl, but not in that price bracket, then, you know, please get the shell pearls because they look
perfect substitute, isn't it?
Yeah,
I totally agree. And you've been able to create a huge suite of jewellery here, but of course you have got a lot of gemstones in the kit, so you'd expect
the kit I could have made a lot more. I've made them really gem heavy. The necklace there, that's this one. This one there, yeah. I will be doing that on a designer inspiration, that little bead cap design. Really? It just takes too long, I'm afraid. Well, not too long. It'll probably take me 15 minutes to do it, so I don't want to rush through it.
It's very intricate, isn't it?
But that necklace, if you take it off of the bust, it's also a long necklace as
so
well.
You can actually wear it 2 different looks.
So, and it looks really nice as a long necklace.
That's genius.
But I just thought if I put a clasp on it, you've got best of both worlds there.
I would model it, but I don't think I'll pull it off, Linda.
Well, I don't know, you've got the right colour shirt on.
Have I? Okay, we'll try it then. Oh, actually, what am I talking about? I could make a bin bag look good.
Absolutely. Definitely, without a doubt. I think I'll have the bin bag, Ed. Take it off.
It's so me. I'll take it off.
But if you do a long chain necklace and put a clasp on it, then you have got best of both worlds. You can have a triple or a double or the long necklace.
You don't even want to hear
great
what
for
they're
holiday.
saying to me.
No, I don't think I'll do it actually.
$29.95.
He does it well though, doesn't he? He does it well, yeah.
I like messing around. We're having so much fun. We've got genuine gemstones, we've got incredible value, and we're going to see a Linda demonstration. So
right. Well, the whole thing is all the techniques here are very, very simple. The pair of earrings there, again, on my favourite earring finding. I'll quickly go through that. The earrings on the oval ones.
Now I like these because I mentioned it right at the start of the show. The fact that nowadays people are starting to make a feature of the components and the mechanics within your designs.
Yeah, you definitely should do, because people, to make these earring findings and clasps and things, there's a lot of work that goes into them. There's a lot of thought process that goes into them, and I've always been a great thinker in use these fabulous findings as as a, you know, a real part of your jewellery making. So we've got the head pins in this kit. They've got a gorgeous little star on, and this is quite an ethereal kit anyway, colour wise, and so it's quite perfect really that they have stars on. So to do that earring, literally take one of the head pins with the star on and just make sure it goes through, which that's gone through absolutely beautifully through these gorgeous quartz. Is this quartz or agate? I've forgotten it. I don't want to keep calling it by its wrong name. That's
sorry, what's that?
Is this quartz or agate? I can't remember. Can you remember? It's
agate, rainbow coated agate.
Fine. So
sorry.
There we go. So take two of your agate.
I was being distracted, Linda. I'll tell you why. Because they were all discussing the colour scheme for our wedding. Because off camera I just said, I love Linda. I want to marry her. And so now they're all discussing what role they're going to have. I know you're already married.
No, that doesn't matter.
Oh, okay then.
That doesn't matter. No, I can sort that out.
I think a lot of the viewers agree with me.
I was just then thinking, what am I going to wear?
There you go. I'm on to a winner this morning.
Oh, God, I got all hot. Right.
Have I just made Luscious Linda blush?
Not blush, just made me go hot. Oh, that's even worse.
It's the effect I have on the ladies.
Do you know what?
Come on, let's make these earrings before we get ourselves in trouble.
Right, let me try and remember how I did them. Right, take your round nose pliers at the star end and pop them in and go through probably to the centre of the round nose pliers where there's quite a good, they're graduated as you can see. So give them a bit of a twist round, okay? Try and remember where you've twisted the wire, at what point on the pliers, because obviously with earrings we need to have them the same. So sorry, I didn't go quite high enough then. So go probably up about 1 centimetre and then do your twist, okay? As you can see, I just undid that twist quite easily, and I can do so again. I can do that again anyway. Okay. Pop on your gemstone. In this case, I've put on this gorgeous rainbow agate, and then again, taking your flat nose pliers, pop the star down, and as you're popping the star face on, push as well, and then finish it off there, pushing it down with your thumb, and then you've got like a nice detail from that head pin. And it's strange, you know, if you look at high street shops and you look at earrings and things, they're all a variation on a theme, but you will notice that there's little points at which you think, oh, that was a clever little, I like that idea. Just again, just using the findings as a hero as well as the gemstone itself. And then all we're going to do now is a wrapped loop, which is push away, flick your wrist round, bring it back over the top, take your pliers out, pop them back in, push down towards the gemstone, and then take the excess around the little neck that you've created when you first started the loop. I haven't done a very good one there.
You know what, you've just made me realise something, Lindy. You know, a lot of our viewers talk about being completely addicted to the hobby.
Yeah.
I've just realised the reason they say that is that no matter what they're doing, even if they're not jewellery making, they're looking for inspiration, aren't they? That's what it is, I suppose.
We all do that. This thing I was talking about, the tree of life earlier, I was looking in the garden yesterday, it was windy, and I'd got some gemstones left over from my boutique collections and these glorious Ethiopian opal.
Left over.
And, well, they were still on my beading tray. Beading on my tray. And I just thought, oh, another tree of life, and I like it sort of looking as if the trees are blowing. So that sort of, that's where inspiration hits.
Ah, so you can actually lean your design to one side as though it's blowing in the wind.
There you go. That's a fun song. I like that tune.
Piece of inspiration from Mother Nature, I suppose. Not just the tree itself, but the way the tree will move in the different elements.
So you could then do exactly the same again if you want that that little charm there to work as a drop. You could use one of the other head pins in, like I've done there, and use one of the glorious little shell pearls and make that a drop on there. Now, very, very quickly, because I know time's running precious, is the necklace in the centre there that's got, the necklace that's here.
This is very gem heavy piece, isn't it? Now, showcase piece.
Now it'll like this. Basically, all that is, I'll talk you through it, all that is those circles there are just stretches, as it were, but done on monofilament, okay? So they can move around. Now, put an even number of gemstones on. That seems to work better in a round.
That's interesting.
Which is an odd, because normally it's odd numbers, but when you're actually making a circle, an even number, so there's 6. going up onto the smaller gemstones.
So even I can make
10.
this necklace?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, it's just basically your favourite, which is a stretchy
bracelet.
But done on monofilament. And then when you thread it on to the neck piece, don't just thread it on to bare beading thread, which is obviously going through the other gemstones on the neck piece, but also thread them onto, put the gemstones underneath. So the peach pearls, I've got peach pearls underneath them, okay? And then that's right, isn't it? Yeah. No, no, I beg your pardon. No, they haven't. I think they've got the smaller one.
Oh no, they've got the mink pearls.
Yeah, because you've pulled a circle, the mink-coloured pearls will pass through that circle on the large one. So put that there, and then the peach pearls for the smaller pearls, and the agate there, because that will just give it more of
I'll just show you
stability, and it'll give it movement.
So there's the mink pearls, and there's
but it stops the beading thread suddenly appearing through that circle of pearls.
Fantastic. Top tips.
Yeah.
So there you go, 7 strands of gemstones here, including that rainbow coated agate and those showcase shell pearls, all for $29.95, including your threading materials and 115 pieces of silver plated copper. I think we started with close to 100 kits, and 2/3 of the stock's now been allocated. So if you do want to get involved with this incredible value, in fact, we'd be hard pushed normally to provide you with the gemstones for this price. In fact, normally this kit will be close to £50, so it's a huge saving this morning if you are investing in this of around about £20. Congratulations to everybody coming through. I've got around about 20 people who've placed it in their basket who are yet to check out, so it's more likely that we actually have limited availability on this kit. If you want to get involved, you know what to do. Dial that free phone number or click to find out at JewelleryMaker.com. Right now, we're going to move over to the Wall of Fame. Welcome back to the Wall of Fame here on Jewellery Maker. Before we have a look at some of your designs, Linda, I've got a very special question to ask you. This is your opportunity to have your 15 minutes of fame. I didn't really like how worried you were then.
No, I was just thinking, am I going to explain this to the kids? I don't need to, do I?
You've met a toy boy. It's not happening, is it? I'll just move away from it.
I've got loads of witnesses here, haven't I? I've actually got loads of witnesses now, so you know what? Be careful what you say when there's witnesses.
Loads of witnesses? We're broadcasting this to thousands of people.
There you go, even more. You can all come to the wedding.
Unbelievable. Right. Number 96. Now I'm blushing. Number 96. Another boutique style design. It says, hi all. Loving the shows and the bargains as always. My entry this week is my first attempt at wire work. I watched a designer inspiration show but can't remember the designer, sorry. It was made with frosted crackle quartz, silver plated wire. Good luck to all in the draw. That comes in from Suzanne. Do you know what, Suzanne? As long as you felt inspired, it doesn't matter. And I'm sure that the next time you see them, you'll become more of a fan of those particular designs. Number 96, and I have to say it's another sort of boutique style piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very intricate wire work.
I love it. I love the shape. It's really nice. Again, you know.
Because actually, the form of the necklace really is the design here, isn't it?
That's right. There's design going on there. That's fantastic.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Suzanne. You are number 96.
I've got a proper photograph here. Yeah. Proper photograph.
These are both handwritten entries, aren't they?
This is beautiful, and it's number 95 from Trudy in Peterborough. Enclosed is this week's entry to the Wall of Fame, and it's a wire-wrapped cabochon from a huge bundle I purchased from yourselves. Wow! I couldn't believe the amount of cabochons there was, and the arrangement of colours in the bundle, and they will last me a long time. Great value as always, and fingers crossed for a win. And that's Trudy in Peterborough. What a mega cabochon to find in
fantastic.
A big
Do you know what?
like
recreate that design using the druzy.
Oh, yes.
Really fantastic, wouldn't it?
Yes, please.
And another deal we've brought you this morning, actually just by coincidence, this is a hair comb. Of course, we brought you a value deal on your hair combs and hair bands. It worked out at 50p per piece. And this could be one for Rihanna, who is in Caerphilly. Hi Jewellery Makers, this is my entry, my first attempt at a hair comb. I hope you like it. as I'm now hooked, I would very much like to welcome more hair comb tiara bundles, please. Good luck to everyone that enters. Well, Rihanna, hopefully we've
yeah, exactly.
given you exactly what you were looking for
And,
this morning.
You know, if you got that earlier, every gemstone is part of a tiara bundle because you can use any and every gemstone on combs.
We've brought the deal on screen for you. $9.95. You get 10 hairbands and 10 hair combs. There it is. They're on fire in that gallery, aren't they?
They are.
There you go.
This is number 99, and it's so cute.
This is beautiful.
Beautiful. Look how cute that
My
is.
son would love this, and my dog would love this.
Yes, yeah.
Well, it
And
wouldn't
this
last
is,
very long around my dog.
From Mary in East Sussex. This week's Wall of Fame entry is a needle felted dog. I love all the new mediums you're bringing us, and I hope you're planning lots of starter kits for me to put on my list for Santa. And that's Mary in East Sussex. We certainly are. You can't believe some of the things that are coming in there. We're just waiting to release a few compartments in the warehouse, and then you wait and
We
see.
certainly are. We've got a full warehouse. So as soon as we clear out a few items by giving you incredible deals, we'll have room for new and exciting opportunities. Right now I've got number 98. And it looks like a bit of impressive polymer clay work here from Donna. It says, "Hi all, this is my make for the week for this week's Wall of Fame. It's a polymer clay hair slide barrette using the Makume Gane technique. Hope you like it. I will be joining you for the Sunday experience on the 31st of August along with my mum. I can't wait." So yes, that's come in from Donna Turner in Stafford.
Oh, I'm on that day, Donna. I can have a cup of tea. Yeah, in here.
Ah, right, okay, there you go. So you get to meet luscious Linda on the day you come down. That's great. If you do want to get involved with the show, if you want to come down to the Sunday experience or get involved with any of our workshops, just give us a call on our free phone number and you will be put through to our workshop coordinator, Wendy. Coming up after the break, we're going to be giving you the opportunity to own some fantastic Ethiopian opal. This is the multi-coloured or multi-tonal variety. You've got a lot of the little honey opals on there.
Never seen anything like that one ever.
I think a lot of people are going to want to get hold of that because we've got the more traditional variety of Ethiopian opal in our final kit of the morning. So that's coming up as a brand new premiere launch in just a couple of minutes. We're going to go to a break. Don't go away.
The fastest way to shop with JewelleryMaker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker.
We all know having the right tools for the job is important, so we here at JewelleryMaker have designed a toolkit which includes all your essential pliers for jewellery making, including round nose and flat nose pliers, wire cutters, as well as a bead reamer, snips and tweezers. You've got everything you need for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Tune in to Designer Inspiration on Wednesday the 13th of August for our last ever Jewel Enamel show. All stock must go, so we'll be doing some crazy low prices. Make sure you don't miss it, because this time you really will miss out.
Welcome back to JewelleryMaker. Very, very exciting times now, because we have the privilege of launching a premiere strand of Ethiopian opal. Probably one of the most, I suppose, sentimental or romantic gemstones available on the market. People always tend to have very close connection with this gemstone. It is in fact October's birthstone, gorgeous opal. And I think one of the reasons, or one of the theories I have about why it's so popular, is that I think it's one of those gemstones, when you see it as a child, you have that mystical feeling, you're enamoured by it because of that swirl of colour, that traditional pin fire that people associate with opal. I suppose that just sticks with you. Whenever I speak to people, even if they're not particularly drawn to gemstones or they don't have a passion for them, they always seem to be able to have some sort of reminiscence about their great aunt or their grandmother owning an opal, and so it tends to be a very popular gemstone. I suppose as well, because of that colour play that you get in opal, it gives you that optical effect, which is very popular in bespoke jewellery anyway. Is opal a gemstone you're passionate about, Linda?
Oh, absolutely. It's funny you should say that about you know, older relatives. My auntie had one for her 25th wedding anniversary. She died recently and she was nearly 100, so you can see how old that was. And her husband wore it for their 25th wedding anniversary, and she kindly gave it to me when I got married.
Wow.
And it went in a burglary, and it's you know, I really didn't mind whatever else went, but that ring, it was just the most stunning Ethiopian opal, and it was surrounded by little diamonds, and it was just glorious. So I have got a big thing about opal. I really, really have.
Really depressed.
Anybody out there's bought one recently? It might be mine.
I can't believe that.
I know, you can't.
I'm really upset about that.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's a horrible ending to that story, but it is in keeping with my experience.
It made me love that gemstone even more, and it made me not take it for granted at all.
Because you've sort of, I suppose, they do say it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
Ed.
So at least you got to experience the opal. Oh, what a horrible person. Anyway, we are talking about a burglar, so I can say that. Yeah. Okay, now. Yeah, it does seem to be a gemstone that evokes those kind of sentimental emotions in people. Of course, it's actually a very interesting gemstone from a gemological point of view as well. Because, of course, this is actually a gemstone that forms. It's basically fossilised lava. That's the way I always think of opal. It's slow cooling lava. And so what happens if you imagine how sort of dramatic and intense a volcanic eruption is, as the lava flows into different regions. It does go a long way, lava. Basically what happens is you normally get maybe elements of water or silica that slow down the cooling process, which cool down the opal, but it happens very slowly, And so what happens is you get an almost grid or lattice-like crystal formation in the inside the gemstone because of the way it's cooled so slowly. Now here on this particular opal, you can see that it's actually, some of it's cooled a little quicker than other samples because you've actually retained some of the fiery tones from the lava itself. So it's almost like a little snapshot of history, if you like, because you've got this variation, these cognac tones, these honey yellows. Not quite as intense as maybe say a fire opal, but this is sort of the best of both worlds, I suppose, because you've got the variation in colours that you'd associate normally with maybe a fire opal, but you've also got the more traditional tones where you might find that you get that colour play, that traditional opalescence or pin fire. Now these are your faceted rondelles, so they're very easy to integrate, particularly into sort of high-end, sophisticated pieces of jewellery, and of course to offer your customers, or even if you want to invest in this strand for yourself, the chance to wear genuine opals every day is something very special. 30 carats of Ethiopian opal here, a very interesting location to source opal from, and you actually get 30 carats on this particular strand. Now I often think that when you're looking at a traditional gemstone, you'd want a sort of consistency of colour. But when you're looking at a gemstone strand that you want to create designs from, I suppose the variations can be quite useful because, again, it provides you with different design opportunities. Is that something you would subscribe to, Linda?
Definitely. I mean, that strand there, for me, is just superb. I mean, just re-stranded. That's its full beauty, I think, as it's been stranded there. But I think Ethiopian opal still it's quite a recent find, as far as I know. So consequently, I think we're probably getting at the minute the best that is, because it's so recently discovered there. So who knows whether that will continue or whether it won't be quite so beautiful in the end, or whether or not there will be any more, you know, major
you're
deposits.
getting in at the ground floor, if you like, aren't you?
Yeah. So it's almost like getting there, like when tanzanite first was found by Tiffany. You know, get in there now, because I think that the most beautiful is more likely to be being mined at the moment.
Absolutely, I would totally agree with that. Traditionally, we mined for sort of jelly opals in Australia, in the sort of southern hemisphere, but yes, in Ethiopia, we recently found a deposit of this strand of opal, and so yes, Linda's quite right to say that the quicker you get in, the better the chance that A, you're going to own it, and the beauty of the gemstone is going to be that higher quality. You can see that in this strand. Coming from our Gems of Distinction range, it represents the highest possible quality we can source for you. And this morning, as a premiere launch, we are going to give you an exclusive launch price, not to be missed and only available until 9 AM tomorrow morning. Now, the intended price point for this strand is £27.95, so it's already less than £1 a carat for this standard of Ethiopian opal. And that has encouraged some people to actually multi-buy the strand at £27.95. Well, we've got a treat in store for everybody who came through early, because we're taking this down to just £20 this morning. Already under £1 a carat, but £19.95 is our exclusive launch price for 21 hours and 47 minutes only. So at 9 AM tomorrow morning, this is going to jump back up to £27.95, and that is if we have any remaining in stock. Because, well, we've pretty much sold out everything we've brought on screen so far. And we're very busy. The lovely Linda's here inspiring everybody. This is a show not to be missed, especially when we're bringing you these kind of deals on gemstones. We always pride ourselves not only on providing you with the best value on the market in terms of price, but also in terms of the quality of the gemstones we source. When I discuss value, that is exactly what I mean. I'm not just talking about the price point, I'm talking about what you're paying and what you're getting, the carat weight, the quality. These gemstones have been treated with the utmost respect from the second they were mined. Then they've been passed over to our experienced lapidarists who've actually faceted each and every opal for you. And then we're even going to go one stage further and provide you with lots of inspiration as well. So Linda's actually going to be working with opals later in the show, because our final kit of the morning contains Ethiopian opals. This would be a fantastic addition to that order. Of course, you're only going to pay 1 P&P per day here at JewelleryMaker. Someone's just bought 3 strands of this. I've got Lindsay's got 2, Alice has got 2, Michelle's got 2. Lots and lots of multi-buyers, clearly experienced jewellery makers out there who recognise the quality and the value here. 30 carats of top quality Ethiopian opal for £19.95. That is unheard of.
Yeah. And I mean, that opal is quite unique as far as I'm concerned, because I've not seen it like that before. Those gorgeous sort of heliodor colours.
Yes.
And that one in the middle there that first came up is almost like it's full of pinfire glitter, isn't it?
Yes,
But the
it
pinfire
really
is gold. It's
you know what? It's not coming
gold.
through on
Look
screen, I don't think, Linda, which is really frustrating.
It
But
is
yeah,
a
I can
shame.
see the
And
pinfire.
they're faceted as well. Just
you don't find faceted opal very often. That's the only treatment that this opal's received.
Wow.
No heat treatment has been announced on the classification. So these are completely natural Ethiopian opals. And just to put anybody's mind at rest, if they are wondering about the different treatments, of course, about 90% of all gemstones do go through some sort of heat treatment, but this is a completely natural gemstone, 30 carats of Ethiopian opal for £19.95. People are flying in for this now based on the fact that we've taken it down to an exclusive launch price of £19.95. Tomorrow morning this will return to the original intended price of £27.95. So this is your best opportunity to get involved, and of course you've got a 30-day money back guarantee, so there's no risk at all. Get it home for $19.95, see it in the flesh, and then make an informed decision about whether this will suit your designs. Maybe you just want it to add to your gemstone collection. Now, I was thinking earlier that this would be great with a bit of amber, but I just noticed this premier strand of spinel, and I'm thinking the golden tones and the whites with the blacks. I think I'm onto a winner here, because Linda's blown away. Have you've created a design using this spinel?
Yeah, with that spinel, but obviously never with the opal. Just look at them together, aren't they? It's really sexy, that.
They are beautifully sophisticated, aren't they?
Absolutely.
We are going to be launching this strand in 15 minutes time, so at 11:30 we're going to give you the opportunity to own black spinel, of course known to have more luster than a black diamond, and often mistaken for black diamonds actually. Very heavily used, not just by the high street designers, and of course the high street charm shop uses a bit of spinel as well, but also it has been used by some of the biggest designers in the world. Gorgeous black spinel, actually in place of black diamonds often. So that just goes to show how elegant and sophisticated black spinel is. Perfect accompaniment for your Ethiopian opal, launched at an exclusive price. Now, I have to make a quick public service announcement, and it's a little bit of an apology on our part, I suppose. Over the last couple of days, we've been experiencing some technical difficulties when we've been playing out our little advertisement VT. So they give you information about the workshops or the range of products that we offer you here at JewelleryMaker. Unfortunately, there's some sort of technical problem. I won't pretend to understand it, because I don't, but apparently they're playing a little bit glitchy. It will be repaired tomorrow morning, I'm being told, but the engineers aren't in on a Sunday, so our apologies for that, but hopefully it's not ruining your enjoyment of the show. And we're now going to bring you, now this is going to fly out the door. How many of these have we got in stock? Only double figures of availability. And can I tell everybody a little story? When I first started working on JewelleryMaker, we're talking about 3 years ago now, I came over and I was asked to help Paula work on the format of the show as the sales manager. Now, the first day I started, the producer, unfortunately, Kerry's already got dibs on those earrings, because I saw her speaking to Linda, my producer, saying, "Oh, I want those earrings." I already saw the negotiation taking place, I'm afraid. Carry on, Kerry. You can see how popular these items are. Look, the girls are fighting over the design. We haven't even seen it yet. She's saying she thinks that the audience would benefit from seeing multiple versions of this design.
Oh, okay then, right. So I'll get back under my workbench and get on with them then.
I told you, it's going to fly. Don't forget, the second the graphics hit the screen, you can start dialing the free phone number or click to buy now at JewelleryMaker.com. Director Ollie noticed my pun. Now, I started working on the channel, and I actually went on a little break. So I had a week off between my time ending on Gems TV and starting as the manager on JewelleryMaker. I watched the show, every show, for a whole week, making notes, walked in the door. Both the producers walked up to me and said, "When are we getting the feathers in stock?" And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. It's my first day on the channel." Then I went downstairs to the studio. I thought, "Oh, that's intense. I better go and find out what it's like down in the gallery." Linda and Sheila, both in the studio, storm into the gallery. "When are the feathers coming in stock?" I was thinking, what is all this talk of feathers? So I went to see channel manager Paula. I said, "Why does everybody keep asking me about feathers?" She says, "Oh, they're the big thing in jewellery making right now, feathers, but we're struggling to strike up a deal with our suppliers." And now, here we are, a mere 4 years later, we're able to bring you feathers on the show. Yes, so I knew they were going to be in demand when we brought them in on screen. Do you know what? These are classified as rooster feathers, but look at this. You've almost got sort of peacock colours going on here.
You have, yes.
And you look at this, when the light hits it, you've got that gorgeous iridescence you normally, I suppose, associate with maybe a peacock feather, or you know, magpie's tails as well.
Yeah, it's got that little iridescence. That sort of oil on water.
Yes, that's exactly the right description. Oh, I've got another story actually. In my local down the road, they've got a peacock, a pet peacock. I took my dog for a walk, and We were sitting in the beer garden the other night with my kids, just relaxing, and I had to take my little one to the toilet. So I left the dog with my daughter, who's only 9. Now the dog's quite strong. When I came back, she'd let go of the lead, and the dog was chasing the peacock round the beer garden. So I picked up the lead and we left. I haven't been back since. I might be barred from my local for all I know. Okay, the stock is flying out the door. You can see that half the stock virtually has been allocated already. You get a huge array of these feathers actually. Is there a specific amount? You get 10 in the pack, my apologies. So you get 10 in the pack of feathers, and yes, Linda's already down to 6 feathers in her pack because she's already had 2 earring commissions since she was handed the bundle. Ooh, now we can see how popular feather earrings are because, as I say, the girls are already fighting over the design, and I've just noticed you can make multiple pairs with this bundle because you've got 50 pairs of gold-plated copper shepherd hooks, and you've got your 0.6mm gauge golden wire. You get 10 meters of that. So I mean, well, this is a sort of ready-made earring bundle, isn't it?
Wow, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and I've just realised what you've added in is a little bit of glamour from the lustre of the spinel.
Yes, yes, I
wow,
have,
so
yeah.
this is a fantastic combination. And don't forget, we'll be launching our spinel in about 8 or 9 minutes, so not long to wait for the spinel. Now, we've got half of the stock virtually already allocated, and I've got another 20 placed in baskets, so I think this is going to be a sellout. Thank you so much. We're going to have a look at the designs that Linda's put together.
The actual earrings aren't finished. I've just put the black spinel on the earrings there, I intend to put a drop of chain and follow down the chain with the black spinel, following the centre of the feather. The other one is, if you want to take the other one off of that bust, it's an earring, what do you call them? I've forgotten now.
A little torque earring sort of thing, isn't it? That's not going to be the right term. Earring cuff?
That's it, that's
okay,
it. Sorry, yeah, it just I just lost it for a minute. You just pop that little question mark thingy over your ear, and then just...
Well, as we know, I'm a fantastic jewellery model, so I'll sample it. Oh, do you know what? Do you really want to hurt me?
Boy Ed.
What's his connection with Kate and Will? They keep talking about this lovely boy George of theirs. Oh my word! I've just seen the price point. No wonder they're flying out the door so quick. $11.95. You'd pay that for 50 pairs of gold-plated shepherd hooks elsewhere.
Easily.
That's amazing.
Easily.
Unbelievable. I mean, when you think about the earring designs you can create using these, I mean, I think you're right to think that maybe just the addition of one strand of gemstones is going to make this go a lot further, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But also with the tiara and comb bundle that we had earlier, the feathers on, you make fascinators with the combs, make fascinators with the hairbands. They look great.
Absolutely.
The feathers are with on the hair accessories.
This is growing on me. I quite like it. Are you? You're supposed to wear it the other way, apparently. Yeah, that does make sense because that's ear-shaped. That feels a little more comfortable, sure.
Oh, dear me.
Okay, I've never worn an earring cuff before. My word, this is looking like a sellout deal, I'm afraid.
Suits you.
What's that?
It suits you, sir.
Suits me. Okay, we are having a little bit of fun this morning, but one thing we do take seriously is giving you the best possible value for these deals, and I'm 100% confident that's exactly what we've done. It looks like that's going to be a sellout deal because we've already got around 20 people queuing on the phone line. So well done to everybody who came through early for that one. You're going to be creating some very glamorous but contemporary designs there. What are we moving on to, sir? I know, I'm wearing it for the rest of the show. How many strander, sorry? Oh, I can see the ones now. Wow. How many of this bundle have you got? Double figures of availability. I don't think it's going to be enough to go round. Oh wow, what are these? It's going to be like quartzite, but it's kunzite.
Gorgeous.
Quartzite.
Yeah, like quartzite, I like it.
It's unbelievable, yeah. Pink quartzite, I think it is. It's lilac quartzite, 12mm rounds, that's what it is. I mean, that is just a kunzite pink, isn't it? That swirl of your little lilac tone in there. Okay, I should just tell any new buyers, kunzite's my favourite gemstone. I'm obsessed with it, and they're just almost identical. They're emulating that gorgeous gemstone. So those are just the gemstones that have jumped out at me. They're the ones talking to me, Linda, so that's why I've gone for those first. But as part of this 12 strand Super Saver, you're going to find a gemstone for you, definitely, and of course you're going to get the best value on the market. Let's move on to our next strand here. Another impact, this time from your 10mm rounds of peach crackled agate, giving you over 200 carats in total. Then I've got your pink quartzite, so you can see the variation there between your sort of lilac tones and your hot pinks. Those are 6mm in size. Ooh, bit of forest green, that's always useful. Actually, it's more like a chrome dioxide green that you're getting from this particular strand of quartz, 8mm faceted rounds, giving you 150 carats. Oh, look at these are going to be useful, particularly if you are creating jewellery designs with your youngsters during the summer day holidays, I think.
Yeah, but they would be nice on ear cuffs too, because they're young and they're fun and
quite contemporary,
very
sort of playful feel to them, haven't they?
Yeah.
Gorgeous variation of colours there, very vibrant tones, and of course what you've actually got here are your cubes, multicoloured magnesite. You've got 6mm, actually they're cuboids, but anywho, let's not get pedantic on it. Here we go, prehnite, your smaller rounds here, 5mm rounds, 80 carats in total. Oh, look at this. I know it's going to be chalcedony, but it looks identical to blue lace agate, one of the most sought after varieties, one of the varieties of agate that demands the highest price point, blue lace agate. This is actually chalcedony, but it's a very, very similar banding that you get in an almost identical colour tone, that powder blue. Amazing. We'll continue because we've got so much to get through. Here we go, you've got your carnelian puffy squares now. They're actually corner drilled, so more like diamonds if depending on how you set them, I suppose. But yes, so 10mm in size, giving you over 100 carats. Love the variations of colours there. Quite similar to our Ethiopian opal, I suppose, because you've got the golden tones, but you've got a bit of clarity as well. So fantastic combination that would be. And then we're moving into a little selection of feminine gemstones here. These almost have a sort of confectionery-like feel to them. It's because of the way they've been faceted, combined with those colour tones, just sparkling beautifully. And that is your multicoloured quartz there, 10mm rounds, 250 carats. Basically what you're getting is rose quartz, clear quartz and amethyst. And then we've got your red jasper. These are coming to you in 6mm. 6mm, perfect rounds. I always refer to this as terracotta jasper, just to give people an idea of the kind of colour tone you get. It's quite a Mediterranean feel. It's not a sort of cherry red, but red jasper is actually the most common form of the gemstone, so it is well recognised. And then you've got your peach moonstone, my birthstone in fact, and probably, I suppose, the feminine variety of moonstone. A more subtle optical effect from your peach moonstone as opposed to your rainbow, because instead of having those colour tones of your iridescent, you get a very feminine schiller living within the gemstone. And then finally, you've got these gorgeous, almost sort of pomegranate reds here from your red aragonite. Very interesting gemstone, and actually, despite the fact that the aragonite is named after the region in Spain where it was originally discovered, I much prefer its nickname. It's known as iron flowers.
Is it?
Yeah, because it actually forms from a variant of calcite, and it forms in almost branch-like structures. If you looked at aragonite forming under a microscope, you'd see it basically looks like a plant.
I was watching Steve Bennett the other day, and he was talking about some aragonite, and he said it's one of the gemstones that you find in caves.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a cave in Aragon in Spain where it was originally discovered.
Right,
you do find it in other locations now, but often you'll find gemstones are named after either the region they're discovered or the discoverer themselves, don't you? So so there's a big cave in Aragon, and that's where it was originally discovered. Yeah, I think I might have been watching Steve at the same time as you actually. But it's a really interesting gemstone from that point of view. But I love the idea that inside the gemstone you've got those branch-like structures, and I would almost emulate that with the designs because they're almost berry-like, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you could use these in your festive designs if you're making maybe little holly leaves, and you can use those for berries.
Definitely, yes.
Fantastic. A huge number of this bundle have already been allocated, so if you do want to get involved, please start dialing that free phone, and we've got a bit of a queue on the phone line. This is going to be representative of the best value we can offer you all morning on gemstones, because of course it's our largest bundle. The more we pile into a bundle, the more of a wholesale opportunity we can provide you with. Half the stock has now been allocated, and it's actually going to work out at under £3 per strand, around £2.90 per gemstone strand. You can't buy any of these strands on our website for £2.90. 12 strands this morning for £34.95. We talked earlier about the idea of the gemstones providing you with the inspiration for your creativity, and maybe, you know, just talking to you in that way, leading you into certain designs. Here you've got a huge amount of inspiration. Maybe you've been looking down at your gemstone stash recently, and you've fallen into a bit of a habitual design. Maybe you keep creating the same design. It might be that by injecting a bit of variation into your gemstone stash that you come up with some innovative designs.
Yeah, definitely. But you know, at that price, then it's really a no-brainer that you just need to have it for, you know, your stash. Or even if you've got a stash, it's a stash builder. If you haven't got a stash, that's where to start.
You've got one now.
Yeah, exactly. And perhaps put them. I mean, people put them into the same colour boxes. They put them into gemstone categories and blah 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 blah. But you know, what I do at home, I've just got like a long broom pole that I put up in this little sort of room, and I just drape them all over, and I like just to see all the variants of them, and eventually you come to know the gemstone anyway. But first and foremost, it is colour that you go for.
Yes.
You know, and if you've got a colour in mind, then it might be gemstone that you go for.
I've got
then, yeah.
So different elements of the gemstone provide you with inspiration at different times. Actually, Mark Smith, when I was doing a show with him recently, was saying that he hangs his gemstones on the washing line, and then of course he stands at north, south, east and west and gets an idea of the colour from each angle of daylight.
Oh, so he's got one of those on that.
I guess so, like a whirligig, we call it in Scotland. Yeah.
What a garden that must be! Gemstones on the washing line. I love that idea.
But I'd love to hang up 12 strands of gemstones on a washing line.
Yeah, a pair of underpants and all your gemstones. What a washing line!
I will just warn everybody, we have created a huge queue on the phone lines, and you can understand it with this kind of value when you're looking at top-end gemstones for less than £3 a strand. Really, wow, it's about 2.5 minutes queuing on the phones. I mean, that's not as large as it sounds, of course. It is a free phone number, and you will be answered in the order in which you dial. But yeah, good luck to everybody coming through on the phone lines. We're going to leave that one there because we've probably got about 20 people queuing for that one, so it probably will end up being a sellout deal. Don't take my word for it. Make sure you speak to a member of the award-winning help team, and if they have any stock available, they will add it to your order. Right now, we're going to launch another premiere strand of gemstones, this time very, very luxurious gemstone. But of course, we're not going to give you a luxury price. We're going to give you a JewelleryMaker wholesale price point, and because it's a brand new strand, we're going to give you an exclusive launch price. Now, my advice would be to shop for this one online to ensure that you are successful. But if you are shopping on the phone lines, please start dialing right now. Put yourself to the front of the queue. You're not going to be disappointed with the price anyway, but if you are, you can always put the phone down. You can always throw something out your basket, but if you miss it, you will miss out. 80 carats of black spinel here. Now, the interesting thing about spinel, of course, is that it's known as the master of disguise. The reason for that is that it's often mistaken for some of the more traditional and sought after gemstones. Of course, famously, red spinel has been mistaken for rubies in, you know, imperial collections. But black spinel has often been mistaken for black diamonds, and that's because you can find that you get more luster with a black spinel than you get with a black diamond. Luster is the reflective quality that you can see there on the screen. It's where the light is reflected off the surface of the gemstone, and so it does have those connotations of sophistication and elegance. I suppose I always associate spinel with evening wear generally. And the other reason for the misclassification is that these forms of spinel seem to form in areas where you find the other gemstones. So you often find red spinel in areas like Burma that are ruby rich. So you go to find ruby, you find a gemstone that looks identical, you assume it's ruby, and that's how the misclassifications happen. Black spinel is very similar. You find black spinel often in regions where you traditionally mine for black diamonds. So you can understand why these mistakes take place, especially when you're looking at the quality of the gemstone. When you're seeing an even greater luster from black spinel than you are from black diamonds, I suppose the miners just get excited and think they've found top quality black diamonds. That's the exact same look you're getting here. Now, we started with 300 strands. Virtually 100 have already been allocated, and that's because most people coming through are multi-buying the strand. We've got Christine have taken 2, Alison's taken 2. Actually, if I do all the people that have taken 2, we'll be here all day, because about 60% of everybody coming through have taken more than 1 strand of this. This is because online you can already see the price point. Of course, in the call centre they can already see the exclusive launch price, so there's no harm. You don't have to wait till the price comes on screen. Somebody's just taken 4 strands of this spinel. It is top quality, and this is not a Gems of Distinction price. This is an exclusive premiere launch price of under £10 for faceted rondelles of spinel. Linda can't believe it. We're all a little bit shocked. And of course, you don't need to use a great deal of these to make a huge impact on your designs. I can tell you we've actually got fewer than 200 remaining in stock, but the quantity bar can't keep up with how many people are coming through, because every time someone comes through on the phone lines, they take 2, and we can only really take it down one at a time. You can see there it's trying to keep up, it can't. Wow. So yes, we've probably got more like 150 strands rather than 201, so I'm just trying to keep you updated. My figures aren't accurate because it's fluctuating so rapidly within the system, so I can't keep up with it either, so don't take my word for it, but I'm just trying to keep everybody in the loop. It's probably more like 150. You can see there, it's trying to tick down, but it's just staying at 180. Oh, it's starting to catch up a little bit. There you go. So yeah, slight issue there, but it's only because everyone's coming through so quickly on the phone lines. Once again, we have created a bit of a queue on the phone line, my apologies, of around about 2 minutes. Again, it is a free phone number, so nothing to panic about. And of course, and a member of our award-winning help team will be with you shortly. I don't think you're going to be too disappointed. I knew that nobody would be disappointed with the price, because I knew she was going to go under £10.
Disappointed? My goodness me. I can understand why people are buying multiples, because I think most people expected £20 minimum to start with.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm just thinking of people who were holding off there till the price came in.
Yeah.
You might have done yourself a bit of a disservice there, because I'd hate for anybody to miss out. I knew that it was going to go under £10. That, of course, is an exclusive launch price for us this morning. Can't guarantee it will stay at this price. In all honesty, I can't really guarantee that we're going to have any stock tomorrow morning at 9 AM. You can see how quickly 2/3 of the stock's already been allocated, and of course this will be available on our website throughout the day if there's any stock remaining. But we're now approaching double figures of availability. We started with over 300, and there's over 40 people queuing on our phone lines. There's probably about 25-30 people with it placed in their basket, so we're actually looking at more like, say, about 70-60 strands remaining in stock. Wow, that has quickly flown out the door. It is top quality spinel, the exact same quality I'd associate with maybe high street jewellers setting this into 9-carat gold.
Yeah, but from a jewellery maker's point of view as well, it's also the brilette cut that does it.
Yes.
You know, that quality gemstone of spinel really is at its best in that sort of a cut, particularly when you've got that little graduation, small graduation. But it really is at its best when it's cut like that. And the strand I had the other day weren't that big at all.
Absolutely. So what you're basically saying is the quality of the gemstone combined with the cut makes it a must-have.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, and with the price.
Well, the price is just bonkers, isn't it?
It doesn't actually go with the quality of that gemstone, that price.
No, I would agree with that. The price is not reflective of what you're going to receive here, is it?
No way.
Absolutely not. $8.95. We are approaching limited availability. You can see how quickly these have flown out the door. And of course, if you do want a little bit of inspiration, Linda has used that along with those feather designs that we will put up on Facebook later today. Gorgeous spinel set with yellow gold, I always think. We've got to leave that one there because the call centre have to have a chance to catch up on those calls. About 3-minute wait on the phone lines now. Am I going straight over? Oh, fantastic. Going straight over to launch our final kit of the morning.
You're going to have to help me with this one then, because I've got such a lot of jewellery that has come from... do you want to start doing the gemstones?
I'll tell you what, I'll get through the kit, you get the designs. That seems like a good bit of teamwork. We are going to have to move quickly through this kit because we've still got a lot to bring you in the show, and we're approaching the final hour. Here you go, have a look at this. We've got so many pieces of jewellery that Linda hasn't even had a chance to set up. I'm going to take you through the gemstones while she sets up her suite of jewellery. Do you want me to move to create more room?
I just have to stop and look at that.
Ah, the Ethiopian opal. Here you go, rough cut nuggets, so it's allowing the pinfire to come to the forefront. You've got those swirls of lime greens and marmalade oranges, but you've also got almost like lavender purples coming through as well. I'm really struggling to show it on screen, but regular viewers know that that is all because of our studio lighting. You can trust us. I'm just going to try to isolate it from the studio light, so sorry if my voice sounds a bit boomy, but I'm just leaning over the desk so I won't come through in the mic. But oh, I just caught some. There you go. See that? Lime green pinfire, fantastic. There you go. So we have been able to show you that pinfire. That is there in abundance on each and every gemstone, so you're not going to be disappointed when you get this strand of Ethiopian opal home. Moving on, you've got the Prehnite nuggets. They're a little larger. Another very earthy and organic gemstone. Look how far she shoved me along this desk. Once again, she's been very greedy with the number of strands she's placed in the kit. So that's why we've got so much jewellery, and that's why we're going to give you the best possible value. I'm going to move one design, sorry Linda, we'll get it back out in 1 second. There you go. So you've also got your silver coins in your cultured pearls here. Yep. Absolutely fantastic. I love the pearlescence. You're actually picking up the opal essence colour tones in the pearls.
The pinks and the greens and the reds and the violets.
Oh, and that's also mirrored in these faceted, what should we call them? Nuggets or drums or?
They're like faceted rice beads, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, this is just the most delicious strand.
I think they've been classified as nuggets, but they do have almost like a barrel-like shape to them, don't they? Fantastic. You've got the same sort of elongation you get with a rice bead, and they've got that mystic coating.
Look at that.
Fantastic. And you've got that mystic coating here on your sort of frosted or crackled quartz as well. Yeah. And these are your classic plain rounds, 6mm in size, giving you 100 carats. So that's going to allow you to work with these irregular shapes and give a little bit of uniformity to your designs. You actually get 2 strands.
Yeah. Well, what's better than one fabulous strand is 2 fabulous strands
2 of them.
it. Yes.
Bearing in mind, the strands of nuggets are twice the length of a traditional strand. In fact, they're both over 85 centimetres in length. So that's kind of like getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strands already. And then 2 more strands of beautiful cultured pearls. This time, again, sort of irregularities on the surface, but you've got the square shape. These are genuine, organic cultured pearls. Of course, we know that moving forward, we're going to see a rise in the price of pearls as well. That's what our suppliers are telling us, based on the fact that new sanctions have been placed on the industry that have seen a 40% decrease in the production of cultured pearls. So as a result, you are going to be expecting to see an increase in the price. I love these. They're top drilled. They're almost like little leaves, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a Keshi pearl. So,
it is almost,
it's just so beautiful. Gorgeous.
Fantastic. So you could use those as petals maybe?
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
Leaves. So that's everything you're going to get. Got there in the end.
And there's a wire.
And of course, you're going to get something to bring it all together. your 0.4 mil one. Now, if you were to buy this array of fantastically high-end gemstones, prehnite, Ethiopian opal, genuine cultured pearls, coated gemstones, this would set you back, sorry, over £60. Nearly £65, in fact.
But
that's not going to be your price point this morning. So this is a boutique collection. This is where we have put more focus on the gemstone section. Oh my word, the combination of the mystic quartz and the opal in this design are fantastic. Again, actually you can see the pinfire and the play of colour, but not in the terms of the quality you'll see when you see it.
Oh,
on the back of
absolutely
your
not.
hand.
No, it's fascinating. It really is. It took me 2 days to make this collection up, just because how completely fascinating that the whole collection is. It's just beautiful.
I think this is going to be another sellout kit. I've already probably got about 30 or 40 people coming through on the phone lines. We're just so busy this morning. That is fantastic. Do you know what? I'm going to say, I won't say the actual brand name, but that is very, very similar to a design I saw by, you know, the guys who make the crystal.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very, very similar to
that's
that
what.
design.
That's where they get their look from. Is from real
genuine gemstones.
Yeah.
Yes. So actually, this is better than
Yeah,
that design
yeah,
because you're working with
absolutely.
genuine gemstones. But I've actually seen a similar
Right.
leaf style design
Right.
created using their crystals in their shop, though.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
so we're talking about three-figure
That
sums.
fabulous shop in London, where the Palladium is.
Yes,
They're
I know the one.
crystallised. Yes.
Yes. Oh, that ring's amazing.
Again, you see that opal. I mean, I do. You just got to sit and look at that opal. You really, really, really have. I mean, it's phenomenal.
That would fly out of the doors at craft fairs. Pearls and opals. That's what people go to craft fairs for.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to say, we haven't even managed to look at all the designs. I've even hidden one away here. That's sort of that's the design you were discussing
That's
earlier.
the one I was watching in the garden.
The tree of
yesterday when
life
the
caught
wind
in the
was
wind.
blowing up.
We're going to have to bring the price on screen. Over half the stock's already been allocated. It's going to be a sellout deal. Whoa. Should be £64. It's £44.95. Another £20 saving this morning. But I have to say, this is one of the most fantastic collections I've ever seen as a boutique design.
Well, you can see how far it's gone, and they're all really gem heavy.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces of jewellery from this one collection of gemstones. We've worked it out, and it's the equivalent of getting 10 traditional strands from us here, based on the fact that you've got 2 85cm strands of the nuggets, and you've got a double deal on the rainbow coated quartz. This is fantastic, but it is going to be a sellout deal. We can see how beautiful the gemstones are, but shall we move on to Linda's demonstration?
Well, yeah, I'll do it very quickly again, because I know you've got some fantastic deals coming up. But that necklace that you just pointed out, the leafy type one, the big one with the gorgeous coated, it's phenomenal. There's a matching pair of earrings there, which are just in front of it, just there.
This one?
Yep. So just to do the necklace, big pendant drop, there's 3 of these together. The centre one I think has got something like 9 on and then 7 on the side drops. But to make that effect, I'll put some head pins down somewhere. You just need to have some ordinary head pins with a little bobble on the end or some sort of a stopper, okay? And the very first one that you put on, just leave the little ball on, okay? And we just let it drop down, okay? And then I use on my pliers, I use this sort of graduation here. There's a difference in sheen there, and I use that as a measurement just so that I get every other one the same. Bearing in mind these are designated nuggets, so some are slightly larger than others, so you might tend to take that into your design a bit. So all I do is I put my flat nose pliers there, so that's giving me a measurement. I do a little bend, and then I move up to the bend with the pliers and do another bend, but I take that straight off at a right angle, and then I take off that excess, okay, and then using my round nose pliers I just bring back on a simple loop. So we've just got a simple loop there. Now this is rather a large nugget, this one is here, so that's the first one. And then the second one, you'll do it exactly the same throughout. Now you might need to sort of peer at the screen a little on this, but I'll talk through it as well. So again, pop the gemstone onto the head pin, do your same measurement, So we go to there, do a little bend, take it to the bend and bend again, and then take off the excess at that second bend. Do your simple loop, and then you've make the simple loop. That isn't a very good one, I must admit, but make that simple loop and then open the loop. This is where it just gets a little bit fiddly, but it's just a repetition the whole way through, and then pop that loop not into the loop of the first one, but literally over the stick part of it, right? And then pop your loop close. And you see, you're getting that? That's all you need to do. You just need to repeat that by making a wrapped, half of a wrapped loop, sorry, a whole simple loop onto the next gemstone, and then attach it to the stick of the previous one, not to the loop of the previous one,
but to the
stick.
actual
And you'll get that zigzag like that, like on the earrings there's just 3. But you'll get that zigzag look, and then the final one then is the one that you can attach to a neck piece via a jump ring, or just through the simple loop that you've made and continue up the neckline. And that's because of the way those gemstones are cut. That's just the lovely way they fall.
It's fantastic. It's like got such an organic branch.
Yes, beautiful. And it really, I mean, it's really sparkling. Not so much on camera, but it's really sparkling.
Well, as you can see, this has been an extremely popular kit. We actually have fewer than 16 remaining in stock, based on the fact that we've got lots of people this placed in their basket. You can see all the pin fire on the opal there. Just a gorgeous combination of gemstones, and the suite of jewellery you've been able to create is really very special, isn't it? They're all boutique
and
style
it's all down to the gemstone, definitely.
Stop being so modest.
No, it is. It's all simple techniques, so it's all down to the gemstone.
You know what? Something you've done there, it's very simple.
Exactly.
It's quite a simple concept, but it does create form and structure in the design, which gives you a completely different look. That's the way you've got to approach your jewellery design. We're going to have to leave that one there because it is flying out the door, and it's now time to have a look at some of your designs on the Wall of Fame. Hey, welcome back to the Wall of Fame. Your chance to have your designs showcased live on our show. And I'm going to start with number 104. This has been sent in by Julie in Warrington, and she says she's enclosed a photo of her Wall of Fame entry. It's a bracelet and earring set made from labradorite chips that she bought a while ago from JM. So she loves watching the shows, and she is secretly hoping for a win so she can add to her stash. A classic look there with one of our most popular gemstones. So well done to Julie. You were number 104.
This is 102, and this is one of Mark's favourites and big sellers. It's a memory wire bracelet in multicolour quartz, and it's from Laura, who's hoping for a win, as she'd like to increase her stash and still be able to eat.
Fantastic.
That's beautiful.
But memory wire is so useful, actually,
absolutely
isn't it? We did a bit of a deal on memory wire on Friday morning show, so if you got hold of that, you can easily emulate that design. Here we go. This is another very sort of Italian designer-inspired design. This has been sent in by Donna. It says, "Hi Fab team, this is my latest make." She's put not very good, I'm afraid. I think it's fantastic. All the wire and amethyst are from JewelleryMaker, of course. Best of luck to all, and this is Donna's entry, so you are number 100. I think it's beautiful, Donna, so well done.
This is absolutely stunning. I just love it. I really, really, really love it. And it's number 103, and it's from Jane in Winsford in Cheshire. Jane, you've written really quite a lengthy email, and I really wish I could read it all out, but I am going to read out the fact that this hobby of jewellery making has taken over Jane's complete life. Her husband's incredibly proud of her and would love to see her creations read out on air.
There you go.
It's all been possible, all of this has all been possible to JewelleryMaker. She's loving the lace and feathers and the sari yarn, and she says many thanks to everybody involved in the show. It's a fabulous email, and I am sorry I've had to rush through it, but thank you, Jane. It's wonderful, beautiful jewellery.
That's really nice. Yeah, it's nice that other people can be proud of the work that you're creating. This is number 101, a little bit of a variation on your usual jewellery designs.
Oh, wow.
A little dream catcher here. This has been sent in by Georgina, or Jem, as she likes to be known. It says, "Good morning, JMers. Hope you're having a beautiful, happy and productive day. She wanted to share this Dreamcatcher design with us, so she sent it into the Wall of Fame. Much love and best of luck to everyone entering the draw. So yes, we absolutely amplify those ideas. Good luck to everybody. You will be entered into the draw, and even if you haven't seen your design on air, don't panic. Everybody gets entered into the draw, so you could win £50 or even £100. We're now going to move back over to the design desk because I'm going to launch another premiere strand, this time of gorgeous rose quartz, beautifully feminine. And I actually think that when I first started presenting on the channel, I think I might have done this gemstone a little bit of a disservice. And it's purely down to my own biases. When I first started to think about rose quartz, because of coming from, you know, jewellery background, I always thought, oh, this would be a perfect substitute for the likes of morganite or kunzite. But actually, I think that within the bespoke jewellery sector, if you're selling your designs in particular, rose quartz is probably better known than those top-end luxurious gemstones, because people probably feel that they have never had the opportunity to own the likes of morganite and kunzite, gemstones that have been exclusively sold by Tiffany's. But rose quartz actually has probably more folklore attached to it than those gemstones. Rose quartz is known as the gemstone of true love. And so it does have very strong associations with femininity and romance. But also, I know that a lot of jewellery makers out there have strong connections with maybe crystal healing properties or the energies that are surrounded by gemstones. Now, I would never suggest that you should buy them for that reason, but if that's a point of interest for you, then you already understand that side of things. And quartz is thought to be a huge amplifier of the different energies that are held within the gemstone. And that's another reason that rose quartz is really popular. I know that because a lot of our customers have told me so on Facebook. So yes, rose quartz popular for that reason. Perfect way to give you that injection of femininity into your designs. Beautiful colour saturation here, very consistent across the entire strand. One of the highest quality strands of rose quartz we've ever sourced for you. We've always been able to source rose quartz. We've been quite lucky in that respect. From day one, we've been able to get hold of this gemstone, and that has given rise to greater popularity of the gemstone. But traditionally, we would source our rose quartz from a variety of different suppliers, and then of course you get a variety of qualities. This particular strand has been sourced by our Indian buying office. They're based in Jaipur, I suppose the premier location for gemstone trading. This is where people send their gemstones. So no matter where you're mining for your gemstone, whether it's South America or the continent of Africa or even Europe, they all seem to get sent for trade in Jaipur, the Pink City. That allows us to get the best possible deals because, you know, when you're dealing with the same suppliers and mine owners day in, day out, not only do you build rapport, but, you know, everybody's on the same page. The buyers and the sellers are all savvy enough to know the price points that should be achieved on the gemstones, and therefore we pass those savings on to you. Now, when a gemstone is being sourced by our Indian buying office, if it's of high enough quality, it will fall into our Gems of Distinction range. This is our elite range of gemstones. And it's not that often that we'll see varieties of quartz falling into that range, but this definitely fits the bill. You get 90 carats in total. You've got that traditional rondelle style shape. And unfortunately, even though I've fallen in love with this particular strand, so has everyone else. So without further ado, we have to bring that price on screen, under £10 for a Gems of Distinction style strand of rose quartz. Beautifully feminine, gorgeous pastel tone, and of course you've got that high polish finish, so you're going to create a very sort of top end look to your designs. If you want to get involved with this particular strand, as ever, you need to be dialing that free phone number right now, because we've virtually sold out every item we've put on screen this morning. If you want to get involved, please act quickly. You do have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can get hold of this and appreciate the gemstone for 30 days before making your final decision. And it's always easier to make an informed decision once you've seen the gemstones in the flesh. $9.95 for 90 carats of rose quartz. Of course, this is our exclusive launch price. Again, I can't guarantee that it will stay at this price at 9 AM tomorrow morning. So if you want to get involved, start dialing that free phone number. And I'll just say one thing, the combination of the rose quartz and the black spinel is fantastic. So if you got hold of the black spinel, just have a look at that for a combination. The black spinel has now sold out, I'm afraid. 300 strands in about 60 seconds. We're going to move on though, and we've got a lot of deals to get through. We're now going to bring you this comprehensive matrix collection. And this is a collection of gemstones. You actually get 250 carats of some of our more popular gemstones. In fact, what you've got here is your autumn colours. You've got the oranges from your carnelian. You've got the, I suppose, variety of colours that you see during fall in your mookaite. And then you've got the traditional smoky quartz, those chocolate browns. So if you are working from season to season and you plan on creating autumnal designs, this would be the perfect collection. It's actually set with silver plated copper findings, but these aren't your normal findings. You do get some of your traditional findings. You've got lobster claw clasps, you've got toggle clasps, you've got jump rings. Actually, these, you've got some heavy duty lobster claws, so those are the smaller ones. And then have a look at these. Bolt ring clasps, perfect for gem heavy designs, I suppose. You've also got shepherd hooks and jump rings, as well as these little tubes, but those are the essential finds. You can see those on the image, but just have a look at these. I've just been talking about autumnal designs and adding a bit of a seasonal flavour to your designs. Look at these. You've also got all the leaf style findings. You get 2 of each finding. They're almost like little charms, I suppose. Those would go beautifully in your feather earring designs, actually.
Yeah. Yes, because I used the ones that were on yesterday, that there were few left, the rose gold plated, in that cuff.
Love the combination of the silver leaves. So you get, I'm just going to count them, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different styles of, I suppose, leaves, but actually they could be feathers, I suppose, as well, couldn't they? Some of them, certainly, you could definitely get away with using that as a feather.
Yeah, that's how I interpreted it. Yeah, like feathers with feather is lovely, but they make fantastic charm bracelets.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if you're making your pink quartzite angels...
You got the wings.
Angel wings.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Absolutely.
They are.
Absolutely fantastic. So you get all of these different designs, and then they're so textured. They're going to add so much character to your designs. Wow, this is a seriously comprehensive collection. And actually, I know that charm bracelets are really popular at craft fairs at the moment, so these are perfect. I mean, actually, if you wanted to create masculine designs, you wanted to keep them quite minimalist, all you'd need is a piece of suedette or leatherette cord and one charm, you know, the surface style necklaces.
Yeah,
in fact, I see Steve, the owner of the company, he wears those kind of style necklaces, doesn't he? I think it's because when he sees a really impressive gemstone, he can't help but wear it.
It's because he thinks he's cool, doesn't he?
Oh, is it
he
because
thinks
he's cool?
Cool, yeah.
Okay. Well, he pays my bill, so he is cool.
It's a good job he's in the Himalayas and can't possibly be watching.
Oh, he's away. No, I'll stop sucking up to him then. Okay, incredible designs here with your leaves, and actually we've got a little bit of inspiration that's been put together by Sue. And this is a design, keeping it simple, making the most of the texture and the character that you're getting from the leaf-shaped charms, or feather-shaped, depending on how you interpret it. And you also get a length of chain in this particular design, so you can see there everything that Sue has used, because you also get these tubes in here, these little silver plated tubes, which have become a little bit of a feature of this design. So you get your chain, you choose, you get your classic findings as well as these detailed charm style findings. Basically, you get everything you need to create jewellery designs, including 250 carats of gemstones. We haven't even touched on the fact that you're getting 3 of our most popular gemstones: carnelian, smoky quartz and mookaite. And then I'll show you how well the colour tones work in terms of the gemstones with these designs. Look at that, the combination of the carnelian and the smoky quartz. I mean, they just are full colours, aren't they? And look at that, the way the colours just pop against that sterling silver plating. Just to be clear, I get asked this quite a lot. When we are plating a base metal, we still use sterling silver, so it's still 92.5% pure silver that is used for the plating as well. Now, this is how we're going to work out the value we're going to offer you. Now, again, we're going to offer you an exclusive launch price. If there's any stock of this remaining at 9 AM tomorrow morning, I can't guarantee that you will be given the same price, but hopefully they'll honour it tomorrow, but we just don't know. And it works out at 21 pence per silver plated finding, and your 250 carats of gemstones for free. Blimey. Because the price point this morning is $29.95. Huge amount of findings here, and as I say, you do get your traditional findings. So you've got your spacer beads, you've actually got little cuboid shaped spacer beads as well as your round spacer beads. You've got toggle clasp, but they're actually rope effect toggle clasp, so they've got that detailing. You've got your fancy earring findings, your little tubes, which I imagine
really useful. Those
aren't
yeah, they really are. They highlight your gemstones.
Well, they've actually created form on this design, haven't they? They've created the form of it.
Really highlight the gemstone as well.
If you are placing this in your basket, once again, I have to advise that you check out to avoid disappointment, because we've created another 2-minute queue on the phone lines. So many people flying in there. In fact, we've got people buying 2s and 3s of this particular item. Actually, I'll tell you what, maybe you live with a jewellery maker, they're at the house, and you're thinking about maybe what you're going to buy them as a birthday gift. This would make a fantastic gift, because maybe you don't know what jewellery making discipline they're involved in, you don't know exactly what their favourite gauge of wire is or gemstone is. This is a very versatile and eclectic collection for any jewellery maker, so it'd be the perfect gift for somebody. Actually, I've seen a few gemstones coming through already. Maybe you are jewellery makers, of course, like myself, but if it is for a gift, you can't go wrong. If they are shopping, I suppose they're probably going to be jewellery maker themselves and they watch the show, so they might not believe that you paid a high price point, because they'll know the value that we offer at JewelleryMaker, but they'll still be impressed that you got it for them. Down to double figures of availability on that one, I'm afraid, and we're going to move on. And I'm just going to move this all to one side, because you get so much stuff there. It's taking me a little bit of time to put that away, but we're going to move on, and we're going to give you another opportunity to own the gemstone of true love. Now, I get lots and lots of requests from customers saying, can you put together bundles that have the same gemstone but in a variety of different cuts and sizes? And so, as I say, it's not our show, it's your show. We've listened to what you want, and that's what we've tried to do here with probably one of the most feminine gemstones on the planet. Beautiful rose quartz. And here you've got, well, a gemstone that's going to do a lot of the work for you. Your heart cut. These are 14mm heart shapes, giving you 200 carats in total. Those are fantastic, aren't they? Imagine little charms or pendants. Again, all you really need is a length of chain and a headpin, and you're away. Very sellable. Then you've got your ovals here, and these particular ovals are 10 by 8mm in size, and then you've got the same shape but a slightly larger size, which are 14 by 10mm, giving you over 100 carats on that strand. So gorgeous combination of shapes, and I love the polished effect that you get there, particularly on your rose quartz. It just brings out the femininity of the gemstone itself by allowing the very subtle feminine hues, those pinks, to emanate from the centre of the gemstone. And that's not all you get. You have got 3 strands of gemstones, but we're also throwing in 2 cabochons. So you've got your coin or your round cabochon here, which is 30mm in size, giving you 30 carats, and then you've got your pear drop or teardrop, depending on how you look at it. And that is a 50 carat gemstone, 40 by 30mm. I can see Linda's eyes lighting up as a plethora of soutache designs race through her mind already.
Honestly, again, hand on heart, I was looking for those cabochons. I was aware they were in, and I was looking for them the other day for a designer inspiration show I'm doing at the end of the month.
Really?
I couldn't find them, and now I know where they went.
Yes, they were in this rose quartz bundle.
Fantastic. I mean, it's lovely to have just a one gemstone. It's very fashionable now to have, whether you're creating in faux or whether you're creating in real gemstone, it's really fashionable to have that same gemstone just running through that whole design.
As I say, I get tons of requests. I put it out on Facebook last week. You know, send me your suggestions for bundles. You know, if there's something you want to see on the show, then, you know, advise us, tell us what you want to see, and we'll put it together for you. And that's still true even now. Unfortunately, Once again, they're flying out the door. I wouldn't lie to you, I imagine a lot of customers have been missing out on the deals all morning, so you know how busy we are. Is it still raining, by the way? Oh, it's still drizzly.
Okay.
I was thinking the clouds would have been empty by now, based on the way it was falling down on my way to work. Okay, well there you go. That's possibly why we're so busy. Or maybe it's because of the incredible inspiration that Linda always provides us. Maybe it's because of the value that Dee's giving us, because she's just about to take this down from $14.95 to $12.95. Best value on the market for genuine gemstones. Wow. If it was $12.95 for just the 3 strands of gemstones, I think we'd be bending over backwards. But to give you those 2 carat-heavy cabochons as well.
I think there's a good chance you'd probably pay that for both of those cabochons in a shop. They're going to be £6 something each, minimum, aren't they? Just the
I would imagine so, yeah. I mean, I don't have a great deal of experience of
it's just simply the fact of finding genuine gemstone as well, anywhere, and knowing, you know, absolutely categorically, it's what it says on the tin. It's genuine gemstone.
Of course, our company has been dealing with genuine gemstone suppliers and mine owners for, well, best part of a decade now, so we've got that rapport, it's already there. We've got these long-standing relationships with mine owners. As I say, you know, that Kunzite mine owner, first port of call, phone Steve Bennett and offer him the largest deposit of Kunzite he's found for the last 10 years or something like that. So that goes to show you that, I hate this term, but we are, I'm going to use it anyway. We're a bit of a player in the industry. People are aware of the Genuine Gemstone Company because we're one of the biggest coloured gemstone buyers in the world, and that allows us to build up relationships, but also I'm sure jewellery makers out there have experienced this for themselves. If you're running your own small business, it's important to keep repeat buyers happy, isn't it? Because then they keep coming back and you can feel more secure in running your business. It's exactly the same when you scale up your business. And so for these mine owners and suppliers, we give them security because they know they can always offer us the opportunity to invest in coloured gemstones. I mean, we're going to jump at the chance.
The thing is as well that the fact that they do trust Steve Bennett. I mean, what he takes out, he puts back. Everything's ethically sourced, ethically mined, and he puts everything back.
Yes.
You know, and that's what I think is a nice thing for people that buy gemstones, are sometimes into the gemstone itself, and you can categorically believe what I've just said.
It's another key consideration because a big part of how we work here at the Genuine Gemstone Company is that we aim to responsibly transfer Mother Nature's creations, so we always try to give something back. Of course, at the start of the year, we did our world record-breaking cycle from the studios to Tanzania, and we raised nearly £100,000, so we're going to be building 5 schools in Tanzania around the communities from which we extract resources. So we do try to give something back. And of course, we've recently launched our Equal World channel. So that's a charity home shopping channel, the first of its kind, and that's our way of giving back to impoverished areas and also giving access to market for some communities who are creating jewellery, or it could be anything really that we end up selling, but all the money is going to be going back to impoverished communities. So I think that's really important as well. Now we're going to give you another premiere launch. I haven't seen these before, is that right? They're brand new. Fabulous. These are fantastic little charm designs, probably some of the most popular charm designs you could ever hope to see. I was just about to say that, you know. My director just said maybe you should invest in one of these and take this to the landlady of the pub. And just say, oh, I've replaced the peacock that I lost. Oops. These are 925 sterling silver, so very, very high end. I'll tell you what, there's not a great deal of difference in the finish on these charms to charms that I have purchased on the high street previously. £140 for 2 charms, Linda.
Oh wow, it's amazing.
I felt
nauseous. Oh my
for 2 charms. Oops.
I did that, you know, that very famous charm company. My husband bought this for me, so I've since educated him, and he paid 125 for 1.
Really?
Yeah, for 1.
Wow. Actually, do you know what? One of the charms that I bought then, I actually bought it as a gift. I was, you know, planning ahead, thinking, oh, I'll get all Christmas sorted, but within 24 or 48 hours, I already had to go back to the drawing board because I'd got myself in trouble, and I was like, I've got this for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I think you have to do that on a weekly basis.
You know me so well.
I do.
I'll take you through the shapes quickly. They are quite definitive shapes. You've got your heart and your star, but the beautiful thing about these is they have an open setting, so you can actually maybe wrap gemstones into the centre.
Yeah, pop a little seedy bead in there. Yeah. Fabulous.
Actually, do you know what? Director Ollie's just come up with the most fantastic idea. Multi-buy these earring designs.
Exactly, earring designs. That little star one just came in. It's just a little seedy bead. You could have a shooting star of seedy beads coming
fantastic.
from it. Yeah.
In fact, all you need is a little bit of wire and a gemstone on the end. Yeah,
star.
That's fantastic. Great idea. You've also got the more definitive shapes because you've got your giraffe.
Lucy would love that.
Well, it's my little girl's favourite animal.
And it's Charlie's as well.
Oh,
Lucy's
is it?
Charlie, yeah. He's got giraffes all over his bedroom.
There you go. I never realised that. So yeah, it's Sophie's favourite animal as well. That's my little girl. So yeah, she loves giraffes. And then you've got your peacock. And then you've got your solid star as well. I just wondered... it's going to be a little too large to set together. There you go. You've got your solid star as well. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Actually, you don't need to use that as a traditional charm if you don't want to, because it's through drilled, so you could just set that onto a bracelet design.
Yeah, or just as a single
or as a pendant. Yeah, absolutely. So there you go, that's your charm. So you get 5 charms as part of this deal. They're all 925 sterling silver, that classic look for your charm designs. And we better get the Premier launch price on screen. $22.75. I don't like that price either. Oh. Well, my producer said, I don't like that price, I'm going to take it down. It is a bit irregular. So there you go, an exclusive launch price, $17.95. I think it will jump back up to $22.75 tomorrow at 9 AM. These are sterling silver. I'll just tell you, honestly, I couldn't believe it. I paid £90 for one charm and £50 for the other.
Yeah.
The one that cost me £90 had a little dot of gold plating on the top of it.
Yeah, you're paying for brand names, really, aren't you?
Absolutely. So we're just doing a little bit of research into the commonly known charm shop, and saying the cheapest design on their entire website is £20. It's a sterling silver charm, just like these. That's more expensive than all 5 of these charms.
Exactly, exactly. And I mean, if there's a new baby on its way or something like that in the family, if it's a little girl, or even for a little boy, perhaps on a little tooth thingy for a little boy, but if it's a little girl coming, you start them off on their first charm bracelet. Absolutely. Fabulous, fabulous. I mean, sterling silver, christening presents as well. Yes. Which is traditionally what you give.
Well, I last week made a charm bracelet, Linda.
Did you? I
would show you it, but I gave it away as a prize.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh.
And I get lots of positive feedback from Sharon.
Good.
So it's very simple design. All you need is, I think I measured out 7.5 inches of chain, 5 jump rings, and a bolt ring clasp.
And that's it. That's your charm bracelet made there, then.
There you go, then. Oh, and we're going even lower.
Oh.
We already gave you an exclusive launch price, but we've just taken £5 off the price. All of the people who came through at $17.95, congratulations, because producer Dion just put a crisp £5 note back in your pocket. Everyone's going to pay the same final low price. She's basically excited this morning. She said, I want everybody to get hold of these, so I'm going to give them the best possible deal. There's no way we should have gone anywhere near that price, but it is an exclusive launch, and this is what we try to do. Try to give you a Premier launch price. Weren't these intended to be sold at $22.75? Okay, so that's virtually a £10 saving, or £9.90, £9.80 if you let me off 20p there. So we had put £5 back in your pocket. It's more like we've put £10 back in your pocket.
That's lovely. Where else does that happen? Where else does that happen? It's normally
Gems TV?
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Think again.
The Lounge?
Can you think outside of the
Rock
company?
TV?
I'm talking outside
the Genuine Gemstone Company. Oh, nowhere. It doesn't happen anywhere else. It only happens here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. There you go, £12.95. We are now down to double figures of availability. You've seen how quickly 100 have just flown out the door. And congratulations to buyers in Bristol who have got 4, Maria who's got 2, Margaret who's got 2, Julie who's got 2, Carol who's got 2, Claire who's got 2, Carolyn who's got 2, Alice who's got 2, Elret, very regular buyer, you've got 2. No wonder.
Absolutely.
Half the stock was allocated in seconds there. £12.95, and that is quickly being allocated to baskets. Please stay on the lines. We do still have stock available, and we are working through your calls as quickly as we can. As I say, very, very busy this morning, very exciting opportunities. And we're going to move on. Did you say 2? Okay, so I just did 1, so I assume you mean 2. No, we didn't. Yeah, yes, that's what I thought. Here we go then. So, gorgeous clasps. These are your tongue and box clasps. I think that's how they work, same as a tongue and box. So do you pull that out? Yes, you do. There you go.
I have been looking for those forever.
They're so vintage, aren't they?
Yeah, for pearls.
So you want these for your pearl
That's
designs?
the clasp that you use for pearls.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely the one.
Is that just a traditional setting?
It's just a tradition, yes. That's the one that you use for strands of pearls.
How many of these have we got, Dion? Well, on any other day, I'd expect to have enough stock here because we've got 200. But now that you've just said that, I know how popular pearls are with our customers. I don't think we're going to have enough to go around with 200 in stock. These are sterling silver. Just have a look at the detailing on the clasp itself. I mean, that's almost like a little all-seeing eye or a spider's web. Depends how you interpret the imagery, I suppose. Eyes are really popular in contemporary designs at the moment. Do you know this? This is a really a current trend, isn't it, to have eyes set into designs.
Yeah,
actually, I saw a beautiful design
yesterday.
yesterday
Eye, yes.
of somebody had set golden tiger's eye into the centre of a wire structure, which was a cat's eye, and it looked exactly like cat's eye. It's fantastic. So there you can see the 3 designs, very detailed. Whoa, down to $17.95. I mean, you're adding value to your designs if you're working with these clasps, aren't you? Because instantly people are going to be expecting to pay a premium.
If anybody has got vintage strands of pearls, I've got one of my nan's, and strangely enough, that's what made me look for them, is because it's the silk on it has just over the years it's gone, and it's set in one of those type clasps, all the filigree on it and everything, and I thought I want to put it back together. This is the absolute truth. I want to put it back together using one of those clasps. So I think I better go around all the sort of charity shops and see if I can find another strand of pearls with that clasp on it. I didn't know we got them.
I think they're brand new today, and I don't think we'll have them by 9 AM tomorrow, if I'm honest with you. No, I believe you. Shall I tell you why? Because I saw genuine excitement. You almost go a little jump of excitement when you go, those are for pearls! But that's what you want, isn't it? When you see an item as a designer that is something you've been looking for years, or that is going to give a new dimension to certain designs. These are the items that give you that elevation. I mean, we're looking at the intricacy of the metalwork, again, reminiscent of sort of designer Italian wear. In fact, currently Natalia is over in Italy, and we're getting a lovely little narrative of her journey as she takes pictures of different designs and artistic pieces that she's spotting. And these are very reminiscent of a lot of the Italian designs that she's posting on Facebook at the moment.
It's just the finishing touch, isn't it?
Yes.
It's completely and utterly the finishing touch.
This is what it's all about when you're selling your designs, when you're starting to think about creating handmade boutique style jewellery as opposed to homemade craft work. It's all about the finish.
Definitely.
And sterling silver clasp with this much intricacy, with this much detailing in terms of that sort of filigree work.
Yeah. And definitely, please, when you are using gemstones or pearls with this, have it as an asymmetric clasp so you can see it.
Yes, you want to make a feature.
I mean, no other people can see it behind, but so you can see it. It's so pretty. Just one of those clasps.
Guess what, Linda? What? Off the back of my successful charm bracelet, this is so weird. It's the next show I made a pearl necklace that we also gave away last week.
Oh,
and
wow.
guess what I did? I set the clasp here.
There. Yeah.
I am on to a winner.
You really need to show these exquisite pieces of findings, as it were, but they're not findings, they are completely and utterly finishing
standalone pieces, aren't they? They're attention to detail.
Yeah, definitely.
These are the kind of items that elevate your designs onto that next level and allow you to achieve the higher price points. This is when suddenly you're going to stop thinking about your 10 and 15 pound bracelets and start to think about achieving 50, 60, 70 pounds for your pearl necklace designs.
I've just noticed something else on that one. That's a triple row of pearls. It's got 3. It's for a triple row.
You're right. I'm sorry I didn't notice that before. In fact,
lovely.
this one is as well.
How lovely.
There you go. You can see there. You can create multiple stranders. Those and also those the weaves, the ladder weaves with your pearls and stuff.
Absolutely.
Looks so gorgeous,
Beautiful.
doesn't it? Okay. $17.95, again an exclusive launch price. We are going to have to leave that one there. If you are waiting in a short queue on the phone line, then don't panic. Make sure you speak to a member of the award-winning help team. We're moving on. And we're now... Wow. 3 of the big 4 in one bundle here. Linda, you're appalled at the value
I'm just blown away.
Are you just jealous that you're not at home buying? Is that what it is?
I am.
You know what you need? A buying signal.
Yeah.
You need somebody to watch the show.
I have got one. I have actually got a buying signal. I'm not showing you what it is because you'll see it all too often.
Do you want to see?
But I have got. But he's out today with the grandchildren, Tim, and Sheila's away on holiday.
Do you want to see Tech Op Sam's buying signal?
Go on then.
She works on my show with me, but of course she's behind the camera. So if she wants something, she goes like this, and then I do this. And her mum starts dialing up.
That's a very obvious one, isn't it? Yeah, mine's not quite so obvious.
We're not subtle on the Late Show.
Yeah, mine's this. I'm thinking, oh, it's beautiful.
I was just thinking, whenever I watch the show, I think, has she got nits? I'm joking. Oh, I'm joking. Okay, 3 of the big 4 in one bundle here. And it's almost like you're getting every available variety of emerald on one strand. It's like you're taking a journey across the globe. You've got the depth of colour from your Brazilian emerald. Then you move in to sort of Zambian emerald, those forest greens, before you get to the pastel tones that would normally be associated with Colombian emerald. Just to be clear, we haven't gone to all of those locations. We have taken this all from one location, but these are the colour tones you associate with those different varieties of emerald. Now normally, if you were to invest in this strand of emerald, it would take you about $34.95. Best value on the market for one of the most revered gemstones on the planet. Now a lot of people will be looking at me and thinking, 3 of the big 4, Ed, you've only got 2 strands. This is a strand of multicoloured sapphires. We've already discussed the rarity of this gemstone this morning, but regular viewers will be well aware of this. Sapphires are actually a variety of corundum, as are rubies. Now rubies are just a colour classification of corundum, so anytime you see a red sapphire, you're actually looking at a ruby. Look at this. You have to have a red hue for it to be classified as a ruby. Well, all of those have got a red hue in them. In fact, some of them are literally, I was going to say cherry red, I'm going to go for it, ruby red.
I think that's the who's who of ruby.
Yes, the who's who of ruby. I love it. And then, of course, you move out into these variations of colour. So you've got the greens and the blues, you've got the hot pinks, more of those sort of Padaparacha style colours in the tangerines and the pinks. In fact, these ones here, I mean, those are literally Padaparacha coloured sapphires, aren't they? Fantastic. Before you move back into the green tone. So beautiful graduation there. In fact, the colour graduation's been done for you, but it definitely leads into that central row of sapphires, which are in fact rubies. That's how I would classify them. And then you've got your emerald. So 3 of the 4 most revered gemstones on the planet. I mean, if you got hold of your diamonds last Sunday morning and you buy this bundle today, then you've completed the big 4 collection over
Definitely.
2 Sunday mornings.
That's right, yeah.
Fantastic. I've already got lots of people getting involved. Now, we always talk about being able to offer you the best value on the market, and the way we do that is by creating wholesale bundles. That's exactly what we've done here. We've taken 2 of the most high-end strands we have in stock in terms of our emerald and our sapphires. They both come from our Gems of Distinction range. They're faceted rondelles, and we've bundled them together so that we can provide you with a unique saving. Now normally the emerald alone would be $34.95. This morning, buy your emerald, get your strand of sapphires and rubies for a £5. We just saved everybody a £5 on their silver charms. So you could reinvest that, and that's the equivalent of getting your sapphires for £5 as part of this bundle. You all right over there, Linda?
Yeah,
Puffing and puffing.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, you know, at that, you know, the little briolet drops, the little drops you had of the sapphire to begin
yes,
with.
They were fantastic.
Those
the limited
there,
edition strand, they've been taken away now because
the
they've sold out in a
rondelles
second.
for that again would. Can you imagine that necklace
Similar colour
with the little
combination.
ones and then going through it? I mean, what a necklace that
The
would be.
ultimate piece of September birthstone jewellery, I suppose. Or actually, let's face it, it's not just September babies that long to own sapphires, is it?
No, of course not. We all do.
Everybody wants to get hold of one of the most luxurious gemstones on the planet. Unbelievable. Normally the emerald would be $34.95 on its own, and actually I'm talking a lot about the variations of colour you've got in the sapphires, but how amazing is emerald? One of my favourite gemstones, I would say, emerald. And to get this beautiful multi-tonal strand, it gives you so many options as a designer, I guess.
Yeah, it was my mum's favourite gemstone, and she always yearned for an emerald pendant or a necklace. And unfortunately, I mean, that was way before JewelleryMaker when she passed away, so I could never fulfil that, but now I could sort of do it in shed loads almost.
Yeah, you could give her a huge carat weight of emeralds, couldn't you?
Yes.
And at a ridiculous price point, the equivalent of £20 for that whole strand this morning. Lots of people coming through and lots of collectors getting involved there, so I imagine that's one that people aren't going to even be removing the tassels from. Instead, they're going to simply be adding those to their collection. Some people have told me that they've got 200, 300, 400 strands from our Gems of Distinction range. No intention of creating jewellery designs, solely using that as their personal gemstone collection, so very impressive. Now, wire workers. Do you have a phone nearby? Start dialing the free phone number. Put yourself to the front of the queue. As ever, the bigger the bundle, the greater the saving. This has to be the biggest twisted wire bundle I've ever brought you. Actually, I don't think I've seen a bigger twisted wire bundle here on the show. Because you've got 6 reels of your 1mm twisted wire. They're all 10-metre reels, and you've got your monochrome variety, the black and silver. You've got your plain gold, love this, the amethyst purple and the fuchsia. You've got your rose gold or copper tone. Then you've got the mixture. This is a really interesting mixture, often being utilised by our expert wirework designers. The combination of the copper and the antique bronze twisted together. Fantastic, I think, for vintage designs, but depends what you want to do with it, I suppose.
Gemma Crow, I mean, she was doing a workshop the other day, and she was using it, and it's the most phenomenal effect.
Absolutely. I mean, wire work is probably our most popular discipline here at JewelleryMaker, and for obvious reasons, really. It makes your gemstones go further, but also the kind of structural work you can achieve with the wire work allows you to express your own personality in your jewellery designs, and I think that's a key consideration for a lot of jewellery makers, especially wire workers. And finally, this is a brilliant idea here, twisting the gold and the silver together, because then you've got that classic combination of metallic tones. You can see there some of Gemma Crow's work, very intricate torque necklace there, using the twisted wire to create the look. Wow, look at that flower pendant there. That's the purple and the pink twisted, isn't it? Yeah, amazing. Love that. That reminds me of remember when you were a kid you had a spirograph?
Yes, I do.
Kerry doesn't because she's too young. Spirograph. Never even heard of it. Games consoles by the time. Oh, look at this. Janet put this together. That's gorgeous. That's very boutique style, isn't it? Okay, I have to warn you, this is flying out the door. We were only able to create a limited number of this particular bundle based on the fact that we've virtually taken every line of twisted wire we have and bundled them together. A true wholesale bundle offering you an incredible price. I just heard the price, that's why I'm shocked. Linda, turn away. She can't resist looking. $24.95 for 60 metres of 1mm twisted wire.
£4.
£4.15 per reel. That's smart. That is unbelievable value.
And it's absolutely fantastic for structural wire work and making these amazing bezels with the basket weave and that in there. But also, we were talking earlier on the Wall of Fame about the dream catchers and all that. So you need something like that. And just see it as a really decorative wire as well.
It is, isn't it? It becomes a feature of the design. We talked a lot about that this morning, haven't we? Sort of using the mechanics of your piece actually to highlight what a feature they can be. And I have to warn you, you better be dialing that free phone number if you want to get involved in this deal. £4.15 per reel here. Unfortunately, you can't select which reel. You're going to get all 60 metres, 1 mil in size, and by creating this wholesale deal, we have given you a huge discount there. $24.95. You've got virtually every colour combination we offer you. I mean, look at that there. Actually, it's been used as the gemstone effectively, hasn't it?
Yeah, clever, incredibly so. And you can wire onto it as well. You could wire little seed beads onto it. Frankie did a lovely little, dragonfly, caterpillar to come dragonfly on her design, and she'd use the wire, but then you can twist the little seed beads onto it.
That's a great
to make
idea.
It, you know, so just think outside of the so-called box.
There you go. Actually, the value that we're offering you here is highlighted for me in the fact that we've gone global on this deal. So we're sending these to the continent. Actually, we've got buyers in the US taking advantage of this, so that just goes to show you we offer you the best value on the market. And we do that by creating these wholesale bundles. $24.95 for 60 metres of your twisted wires across these 6 different varieties, 10 metres on each reel. And it's available right now for $24.95. And Deb Rudge is in the building. She's socialising with the Sunday Experience ladies, and she was just looking at me then with a glare in her eye. So I think she's disappointed she's missing out on that deal as well, I think. There you go. Congratulations if you did come through early for that one. We're going to move on though, and we're going to give you some essential findings. We're covering the disciplines here, aren't we? We've already seen sort of a 12 strand super saver, so that's for the classic beaders. We've just offered you the wire deal for all the wire workers, and now we've got one for the chainmail artists, because you're getting a double deal on your rose gold finish jump rings. These are rose gold plated copper, and on your sterling silver jump rings. So just to be clear, I'll show you what you're going to get. You're getting 200 in each pack here, so that's 400 silver plated jump rings. You've got 200 of your 6mm, 200 of your 7mm, and then you've got the same variations in the rose gold plated copper, so 200 6mm and 200 7mm. In total, 800 jump rings, 400 of your rose gold, 400 of your silver, perfect for all of the chainmail artists out there. If you want to get involved, once again, we are going to offer you a clearance deal. So start dialing the free phone number to get involved. If you were to buy these any other time, it cost you well over £20, $23.80 in fact. But that's not your price point this morning. Really? Best part of a £10 saving here should be £23.80. Right now, $14.95. I like it. I'm glad I said that now. Because I said that, my producer was inspired to take it a little bit lower and save you. That's not exactly £10, that's even more than £10. Wow! We're giving you a saving of over £10. We're just taking this down to $12.95, normally $23.80. Congratulations to the people who are coming in early, multi-buying at the original price point, because you've just made an even bigger saving. Don't forget, you'll always pay the same final low price as everyone else. That will just happen automatically, so probably a good idea to get in early for these deals, because you can always put the phone down, you can always change your mind, but if you miss it, you'll miss out. $12.95 for 800 jump rings, 400 rose gold plated and 400 silver plated. 6mm and 7mm in both colour tones. Fantastic. I'll just let you all in on a little secret. I've been doing a little bit of chainmail since I started presenting in November. I created a bracelet for my grandmother for Christmas, and I used 44 jump rings to make my design. So you could create a huge number of simple bracelets working with these, because you've got 800 in total there. Lots of multi-buy, so congratulations if you are still coming through. I'm going to leave that one with you, is that correct? Ah, I see. Okay. So we're going to stick with this one for 1 second because we're currently just setting up to have a look at some inspirational designs from our Sunday Experience attendees. Now, this is the Sunday Experience, which is free to attend. So you call up, you get put on the list, and you're able to come down to the studios on the Sunday morning. You get some gemstones to work with, and you also get your little 15 minutes of fame because you get to say hello to everyone, and you get your jewellery designs highlighted on screen. Beautiful presentation this morning, guys, I must say. Mainly because all the gemstones have been so gorgeous, I guess. Had that big 12 strand super saver, of course, so I think we had a number of our designers working with that one. And I put this to one side, and I'm going to go over and talk to all the lovely ladies. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Are you all right?
Yes, thank you.
Are you having fun?
Yes, thank you.
Is Ozzy behaving herself?
Ooh.
That means no. I'm worried about how I should operate this, so I'm going to pass the microphone down to Naomi at the end there, if that's okay, and ask you to hold that, and ask you to talk us through your design. So you were working with sort of half of the 12 strand.
Yes, I was.
saver.
Yes.
And you've gone for this sort of autumn colours, you would
I
say?
had nice and soft, also vintage look as well.
Mm.
And yeah, I don't know what to say. A few clasps there.
Have you got anybody that you wanted to say hello to this morning now that you're on the show?
Hi, Mum. This is for you.
Come on,
if you like it.
Well, your jewellery is beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming
you
down
very
today,
much.
Naomi.
Thank
So
you.
we'll move on to Angela. How are you, Angela?
I'm
You all
fine, thank
Where
you.
have you come from today?
Birmingham.
Oh,
not
so
far.
just down the road, not
That's
far.
just round-
Have you
down
got
the road.
anybody that you want to say hello to?
Well, there might be a few people who are looking in who I've Facebooked and said,
Ah,
make sure
some
you
of your
watch.
Facebook friends, and you've demanded they watch the show. That's good. I love your jewellery. Have you created that design
Yes.
yourself? Is that just textured metal
It's
work?
textured copper
Mm.
and it's been heat treated.
Oh, it's beautiful. And you've also, actually, I've just realised, we talked last night on the show about the copper tones with the turquoise in your dress and your jewellery match. Sorry. And so you were working with the same bundle because there was so
Same
much in
bundle,
it.
Yes, we sort of put them in, put them in colour groups, I think, first,
Mm.
didn't we? And then left some and thought, well, we'll see what we can do.
The blues and the purples look gorgeous, don't they?
The blues and the purple and that lovely chalcedony, did you say it was?
Yes, yes.
I thought those just spoke to me like, you know, with the purple.
It looks
And-
almost
and
identical to blue lace agate, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I love it.
And I love pre-night, and I've been playing about with big earrings because I'd been asked about making them. I thought, well,
Yeah, I
and
think
it's
showcase
just-
earrings are really
and
popular
it's
at the
just
moment.
just using the bracelet.
Ah, the memory wire. Genius.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. Okay, you haven't got a name badge, sorry. What's your name?
I'm Lynn and I'm from Sutton Coldfield.
Ah, okay, just down the road as well. Yeah, not far.
And I was lucky enough to work with the emeralds and sapphires this morning.
Absolutely incredible.
Because they're
We
so
just gave that
beautiful.
deal.
I just worked very simple designs. They
think-
speak for themselves.
Yeah, I think with the showcase gemstones, you've got to keep them simple. And my argument is that these are actually rubies.
Oh, right.
Because the red corundum, I think it's just fallen onto the strand of sapphires, but I was arguing that you've got 3 of the big 4 in one bundle there.
I missed out on the 4 strand last week, so I was delighted to be able
I
to.
see, yeah. Well, that is absolutely beautiful. I'm really impressed with that. That's top end jewellery design, really, isn't it? And then we've actually been waiting for the inspiration of this bundle. It was a really popular bundle, the pink quartzite. And it's so feminine, I guess.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was. I thought, oh gosh, having 3 strands of the same colour, I thought might be a bit tricky, but just shows how much you can make out of just one style and colour of gemstones. If you've got other things in your stash as well, it would be amazing. Go really.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had lots of
Absolutely far.
inspirational designs coming through for the peach quartzite. Incidentally, if you did want to add the sapphire and emerald bundle to your order, it's on screen now, $39.95. That is the equivalent of getting your strand of sapphires for just £5 this morning. The emerald is normally $34.95 on its own, so that is a hefty saving there. One for the collectors, I suppose. A lot of people use the Gems of Distinction range as their personal gemstone collection, so rather than using them in jewellery designs themselves. And actually, the quartzite now, I'm just seeing that, you've set that into the sort of antique bronze findings.
Yes, it looked lovely with that.
Yeah, it's
really went well.
toning down the quartzite a little, isn't it?
But
Beautiful.
yeah, you could equally use it with, I think, any colour, rose gold or the silver would
still
look nice.
work, wouldn't it, beautifully? And then we've got Sue.
Hello.
How are you? You all right?
Yes, thank you.
Very vibrant jewellery you're wearing. I love that. Is that a bit of kumahimo there
Yes,
as well?
it is.
There you go. Is that your
that was my
discipline of
first
choice?
girl.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you've been working with the rose quartz, the
It's
gemstone of
beautiful,
true
yes.
love.
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful, very feminine, and you've used the hearts to create a little floral motif. That's always popular, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yes.
Amazing. Did you want to say hello to anybody this morning, Sue?
Just to my son and daughter, Mel and Adam and Jess.
There you go.
The 2 grandchildren.
Oh, did you want to say any hello to anybody, Sharon?
Oh, I'll say hello to my mum and my daughter.
There you go. Did I?
Thank you.
Say hello to Joe, Rachel and Lindsay, my daughter.
Joe, Rachel,
Lindsay.
and Lindsay. There you go. So thank you so much for joining us. Of course, if anybody wants to come down and be involved with the Sunday experience, then all you got to do is dial the free phone number, come through to our call centre. I think it might be our workshop coordinator, Wendy, who'll sort it all out. Are we booked up for the next few weeks? Do we know, Ozzy?
I don't know actually. I don't
Okay.
know, but it's popular though.
It is very popular, and it's because, of course, you get your design showcased on air, and you get to hang out with Linda and Hannah as well. So there you go. Can't go wrong, can you? Okay, I'm going to leave that one there. Thank you so much for coming down to the studios today. Your designs are incredible. I'm so impressed. Unbelievable. You could. What kind of price points do you guys achieve when you're selling your designs, or do you not sell?
Do, but don't sell as much as I'd like to. Anybody wants it, you know.
Find Angela on Facebook for commissions. There you go. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm being told I've got to go back there. There's more deals to bring you. So thank you very much, ladies. There you go. Very impressive designs. Which one, sorry, go? Got these. Okay, so we're going to give you a few more deals. We are coming towards the end of the show. Don't panic. We're going to stay live at 1 p.m. for our Designer Inspiration show with Deb Rudge. Here we go. So, we're going to bring you now another wholesale deal. This is your gunmetal copper beads. And actually, you get 1,000 of these here. These are perfect for masculine designs, particularly if you are staying tuned at 1 p.m. I think Deb Rudge is going to be doing a bit of micro macrame. So these would definitely fit the bill. They are 2 mil in size. And of course, if you've invested in any of our cabochon opportunities this morning, you could frame your cabochons and your soutache pieces with these, couldn't you, Linda?
Yes, oh, definitely, without a doubt. Of course, they look fantastic, wouldn't they? Black plated, I like those. I haven't seen those before either.
They're quite dramatic, actually.
They are.
Aren't
They're
they?
very dramatic. Can you imagine little beaded beads as well?
Fantastic.
For earring
little
drops and
features,
things.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
fabulous.
bottom of a droplet style earring,
yeah,
they'd look fantastic, wouldn't
yeah,
they?
Fabulous. Particularly as well if you are thinking of making anything with the feathers. They're a tiny but dramatic bead to go with the feathers.
Because they're not a jet black. They're more
No,
like
they're more
a
of a pewter,
charcoal.
aren't they?
Pewter, yeah, that's a good analysis of it, yeah. So almost like a gunmetal tone. Gives you that little metallic shimmer, but still the classic black tone. There you go. Somebody's getting 995. Only joking, I'll pick them up. So you actually get 1,000 as part of this particular collection. And of course, we're going to give you a wholesale deal here at JewelleryMaker. $7.95. Wow. We brought you so many deals this morning. So many people have got their orders up and running that if you do want to maximise on your 1 P&P per day, it's a great way to get hold of these, isn't it? Just $7.95 for 1,000 of your individual black plated copper beads.
I mean, to be honest, you know, when you have got little accent beads, but not very many of them, you tend to be a bit selfish with them, you know, a little bit. And in the back of your mind's going, oh gosh, I wish I'd got more of them.
Should pile them into the design,
so I can pile them in to accent the larger ones, you know. So
they're a fantastic accent, actually, aren't they? Because I always think sometimes it is a little bit tricky to find a gemstone that's not going to steal focus from the focal point of your design, but these are going to...
And they are completely and utterly legitimate in designs that, you know, you look at a lot of designs, if you go to craft shows and they've nearly all got accents. They make your gemstones go further, obviously, but they do highlight the design too. And as I say, you always want more.
Could you use these and on your monofilament or stretchies, create the little stretchies and use them in the same way you did with that necklace design.
Absolutely. That would look. Can you imagine graduating them around like that? Would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I might try that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing that you can't do with those that you can't do with an ordinary bead. That's what it is. It's a bead.
But it's just going to look more intricate because it's the smaller size.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. So you're adding depth to the design in many ways if you're working with the smaller cuts. The 2 mil rounds there, 1,000 for just $7.95. A true wholesale deal from us here at JewelleryMaker. I'm going to move on, I think, because we've got another deal to bring you. Sorry. Yes. Now, we did mention this earlier as well, and there's a lot of changes going on within the industry at the moment. It's mainly due to, I suppose, governments having to try and control the commercial restraints of exporting natural resources. So I hope that makes sense, and as a result they have placed different sanctions on the way in which people are cultivating pearls. It has actually created a 40% decrease in the production of cultured pearls, and as a result our suppliers are telling us there will be an industry-wide increase on the price of cultured pearls. We're trying to give a bit of a swan song to the original prices we've always offered you on cultured pearls. These are gorgeous. Now they're described as purple. I have to say they're more like a neon purple. I think these would be fantastic if people are starting to think about the party season and planning
They look like
ahead.
cranberries to me from here. They look like that, you know, that deep purpley red of a cranberry.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then I think you just get a bit of a neon hue from the pearlescence when you look at them closely, and so
you get like that navy blue essence on the edge.
Absolutely. So you could use them in sort of classic looks, but also contemporary designs, I suppose. That's the beauty of working with pearls, isn't it? Very, very versatile. And of course, we've given you your pearl clasps now as well, so people are probably trying to get hold of pearls this morning. They are 10 by 9 mil in size. That would be considered a luxury pearl if they were a perfect round. There is a slight elongation, slight irregularity in these particular pearls. $23.45 is the price point for your purple cultured potato pearls any other time. But until 9 AM tomorrow morning, we are going to give you an exclusive deal. We're taking them down to $12.95. I thought it was going to be $19.95. That is ridiculous, Dee.
It is.
Pete, get over here. Give me a hand a second, mate. Don't want anything to do with this. Look what Pete's done to these pearls, Linda. He's taken them to $12.95.
Pete, what are you thinking about, Pete? All Pete's are the same. They're all bonkers.
Disgraceful behaviour, Pete.
It is.
Oh, we'll have to honour it now. Get off, Pete.
Sorry.
You will be.
He's apologised now. That means he's accepting that he's responsible, I think. Kim, you've texted back and said, oh dear, someone's going to be in trouble. Yeah, Pete. We've made sure it's not me, it's not Dee, it's not Linda, it's Pete. Just in case you're worried, I'm only teasing. Me and Pete are good pals. Wow. There's no need for that, Pete. Most people multi-buying this strand now that we've offered you that kind of value. It's incredible. Have a look at this for a combination. Fantastic. You're not sure if they go together, did you just say, producer? Yes, they do go together. She said, I'm sure these will work together. Yeah, just a bit. I would actually just alternate these and create 2 pearl necklaces. Finish them with those silver filigree clasps.
Definitely.
Talking about 45, 50, 60 pounds at a craft fair.
Yeah, definitely. And people are looking at coloured pearls now because they are so fabulous again with all these floral and that's, what did I read? All florals are going through their winter season, and then you're going to get a lot of sort of knits. And what's better to wear with a knit like the classic twin set than pearls? Yes,
absolutely. Actually, this is the sort of key thing I think of when I think of pearls, because whenever you're going to a special event, all the ladies in my family put their pearls on, and yet every day I walk into the office and everyone's wearing pearl studs, so they are perfect for every day, all special occasions.
Incredibly wearable, yeah.
I suppose on top of that, you've also got the sort of the contemporary feel and the classic look. Here though, you've got a colour tone which is versatile, because if you set these with pastel tones, you could tone down the pink tone. If you want to rely on the sort of the shocking pink colour tone, then you can make a feature of it as well.
Yeah, put them with that black spinel that sold out earlier. Superb.
They go really well with that peach quartzite actually that we were looking at before.
Absolutely. Well, I can't
Droplet
think of
style
anything
earrings, a shepherd hook, then one of these, and then you drop your quartzite droplet at the bottom.
Yeah, you're really in touch with your feminine side today, aren't you?
Every day, Linda, every day. 1995 is the intended price for this particular strand of cultured pearls. Gorgeous organic finish, because you've got those slight irregularities on the surface of a gemstone. No one's going to mistake these for faux pearls or plastic or cultured pearls. Should be $19.95. We've honoured the previous price hash down to $12.95. Now, I'm not going to vindicate Pete in this. I'm just going to take it on the chin.
Yeah, you have to, aren't you?
$12.95. We're getting texts in. Pete's fan club have woken up now.
He's so cute.
It's nearly 1 p.m. I've always loved Pete. He's so cute. Pete's got a massive following, you know. Anytime he heads up to Shetland, he's going to be wined and dined. That's what I hear.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so a regular viewer texts in to say how much he loves Pete.
He's going to get the sack. He's going
to get the sack. Oh, I don't know.
I think
there'll
Shetland might
be an
sooner
uprising.
than you think.
There'll be a revolt if they sack Pete. And we're only joking, by the way. We'll never get in trouble from the management team. They understand that it's our remit to provide you with the best possible value on the market for genuine gemstones. And of course, we want to make genuine gemstones as accessible as possible. That's why that as a company across all of our channels, we try to provide you with as much education and industry information as we have. We want you to make informed purchases, and we want you to feel confident in investing in genuine gemstones. Now, right at the start of the show, it's already over there, is it? The fluorite and the Amazonite. Don't worry. Don't worry. So we created a double trouble deal by giving you 2 strands of Amazonite and 2 strands of multicoloured fluorite. We bundled them together, and they were actually the top drilled rounds. So because of that slight variation to what we'd normally see, you selected it as your challenge, Lynn.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Very easy to work with, aren't they? But they give, you see what I mean by they give that sort of bubble effect. Like it's almost like blowing bubbles, really. Obviously, they'll work well with any other cut gemstone, any other drill hole gemstone that you want to put with it. But I've just used them as they are, just perhaps with those little gold beads there. And
fantastic, yeah.
There's a little headband there that's I've just put that together really quickly, but it just gives a wibbly wobbly line. So you can imagine on the hair, you've just got that wibbly wobbly line of gemstones coming through it, which
absolutely
would be pretty.
Fantastic. And you do get a lot of gemstones because of course you're getting 4 strands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you can be a little more experimental. Those are so cute. They're really beautiful.
They remind me of something. I can't think what it is. I think it might be a silkworm.
Yeah, actually.
I don't know why, it just does a silkworm.
It almost looks like Hungry Henry the Caterpillar.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
That's the one, isn't it? $9.95 for 4 strands of gemstones, and you can see the gemstones on the strand here, and you can appreciate the combination of the colours and the fact they're top drilled, just to create a slightly varied look to the way the gemstones are going to hang in your designs. Really, really useful. Of course, people tend to rely on the perfect rounds when they're beginners, as well as experienced jewellery makers. So the fact that you've got the top drilled here just gives you that
little
slight
variation.
Yeah, that's the way I'm seeing them as well. And that's great that you're in agreement with me.
I am, definitely.
Well, I have to say, this morning has been a bit of a whirlwind of excitement because we brought you so many deals. Things have literally been selling out left, right and centre. So as I say, if you have placed items in your basket, please check out to avoid disappointment. And I have to give a massive thank you to Linda. Because your designs have been amazing.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been great.
And also, you played a big part in the design of a lot of the kits and the boutique bundle. So the opportunities we gave this morning were down to you.
Isn't it to love your job? To have a hobby as a job.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. Good as it gets.
Yeah. You get to play with beautiful gemstones and make jewellery, and you get paid to do it.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Well, if you want to maybe, I suppose, elevate your hobby into a small business, you could do it by selling online, going to craft fairs, or of course you could attend our business workshop hosted by Angela Edwards. She'll give you lots of top tips for promoting your designs and selling them. $9.95 is the price point for this bundle, and that is going to be our final opportunity for the morning show. I know that there's a few people crying into their remote control now thinking, Ed's going to say goodbye. No, I'm not. I'm staying to launch the Designer Inspiration Show, so stick with us, and in about a couple of minutes I'll be back here with the lovely Deb Rudge, another of my close friends, and she'll be taking us through her inspirational designs. Thank you, and good afternoon.
You can